think it worked. Alrighty. Good evening, guys and gals and non-binary pals. This is that D&D podcast, and um, we're here tonight with a slight deviation from our normal schedule of things. We decided we would have a friend of the podcast on to run a game of hers that just recently went into early access. So, Ash, why don't you take it away?
Hi. Yeah. So my name's Ash. My pronouns are she, her. And we just put out the first version of Antiquarian Adventures, which is still a little rough around the edges. The player-facing side is all good. So it's mostly just stuff that I have to deal with where it's still like a little bit funny. But yeah, Antiquarian Adventures is a pulpy adventure system similar to Spirit of the Century, but based on Blades in the Dark, and more specifically focused on going into lost cities and robbing them of their treasures and things, or maybe learning an important lesson about how it's not good to rob ancient sites of their antiquities. So it's based on like Tomb Raider, The Mummy, Uncharted, National Treasure, Indiana Jones, and those sorts of things. So because it's based on Blades, we have a little bit of we have a crew, but the crew is a little looser than a traditional Blades system. But we do use the rolling a bunch of d6s thing. So that's me. That's the game that we're playing. Did you want to do introductions for everyone else, Erin?
That sounds like a good idea. I guess let's go left to right on the overlay that none of you can see. So it'll be me, then Christine, then Renee, and then Karri. So, hi, I'm Erin. She, her pronouns. I've been part of this whole podcast thing since we started. So, yeah, hi.
Hi, I'm Christine, and I've never done this live before, so this will be fun. And that's all I got.
Nothing ever goes wrong.
You'll be great.
Or else.
No.
Oh God.
Oh,
wait, who's leaving who? I've lost track.
I'm Renee. I have done some things before. I am known around these parts, and in the spirit of the theme, I am she, but not in the H. Rider Haggard version. I don't want to take over all of sub-Saharan Africa, but maybe.
Okay, great. Awesome. Well, if we are all good, then
Karri.
Oh, Karri.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Karri.
Gosh.
That's fine. I'll just sit here and
Look, I'm used to being the person controlling everything, and Erin's got like part of it, and
Yep. No. My name's Karri. Pronouns are she and her, and yeah, I do a bit of Twitch streaming, do a bit of diversity and inclusion work. Feel free to follow me on Twitch and my Twitter handle's the same. Insomniac_red.
Yeah. Cool. Well then, I will officially take over command then. As far as like let's do some character generation stuff. So the way that Antiquarian Adventures works, as far as characters, is that the main thing that your character has is 9 stats, each in 3 categories. I can't remember what they're officially called. Attributes, maybe. So you have three categories of stats. You have action, which contains the stats biff, swing, and bang. And then you have adventure, which contains the actions running away, being really strong, and negotiations. And then mystery, which contains the actions magic, espionage, and reading. So I had a lot of fun writing this game. It's very silly. So what we do to actually put our character together is we get to pick our role and also our personality. So your role will be the something like the something scoundrel, or the something scholar, or the something veteran, and then you put your personality into that. So you might be heartfelt, or greedy, or weary, or treacherous, and so you will take so you'll take your personality and you'll put it into your role. So you'll be like, you might be the heartfelt scoundrel or the treacherous veteran. So if you've got access to the rules document, have I given you all access to a copy of the rules? Or should I? Or should I? I will put.
Yep. Well, I mean, I've got a copy at least.
All right, I'm going to just chuck it into our little chat in the Twitter chat there for us. Just in case anyone doesn't have it. So our options are, as far as roles, we have the scoundrel, who is your traditional Nathan Drake, whatever the guy's name is in The Mummy, whatever the guy's name is in Indiana Jones, whatever the guy's name is. He's the main character dude in all the things. It's almost always...
I think his name is Indy.
Yeah.
Indiana, maybe?
Okay, yeah, okay, fair.
Sorry.
I deserve that one. It's the traditional like lovable rogue that, you know, always gets into trouble and then always gets out by the skin of his teeth. I'm using masculine pronouns there because it's almost always in traditional media a male, but we 100% don't have to do that. There's the scholar, which is the character that is like it has read all the books. And knows about the ancient curse, or knows about all of these, knows about like, oh yes, well I've heard of the ancient city of blah blah blah, right? It's the person who's very well read. There's the fool, who is usually like the sidekick, who then always gets themselves into trouble, but you know, manages to. They get themselves into trouble somehow more than the scoundrel, and are often the person who has to get saved. Unless you're also, there's another one that also has to get saved a lot. There's the veteran. This is Indiana Jones's dad. This is Sully in Uncharted, etc. They're the one that's too old for this shit. They've been around the block. They know how this works, but they're also like, you know, a little bit past their prime. There's the mystery. So this is this is the person who's often it's the person of color in amongst a white cast. Again, doesn't have to be that specifically written so that it doesn't have to be that. But yeah, it's often the person who is connected to the ancient thing and and is part of that that ongoing culture. Whether that ongoing culture is like, you know, an ancient sect of Egyptian warriors or the Knights Templar. They're the ones who are like, no, this is our place, leave. There's the treasure. The last one is the treasure, which is the pretty one that everyone wants to like have a hold of. In Raiders of the Lost Ark, it's whatever. What's her name that everyone's all like, oh no, give me the ark or give me the woman. And it's like that thing of like, she has the move, save me, you idiots. And all of these characters have moves that they're good at, and then moves that happen when they run out of composure. So like the treasure, when she runs out of composure, save me, you idiots means that then she has to be captured. The veteran, or a good example is the fool. When you run out of composure, you bumble your way into trouble, and like something falls on you and you're like, spiders, or something similar.
Spiders again, dang, must be Tuesday.
So the scoundrel's one for when they run out of trouble is nope, you run away from whatever is happening. You just decide not to be there anymore. So it's that thing of like, rather than dying, because no one ever really dies in these games, in these stories, they just have to do they have to do a thing that's not in their best interest before they can do anything else. Our personalities are heartfelt, which is the one that like where someone's like, no, we're friends. We're gonna get through this together. There's the obsessed who's like, no, I have to have the thing. Give it to me. There's a greedy, which is just the person who just wants the cash. They don't care about morals and things. There's romantic, where someone's primarily motivated by the fact that someone else is hot. There's weary, who is the one who's just like, oh, for fuck's sake, you're all idiots. And then there's treacherous, who's just a person who will look out for themselves at any given moment. So yeah, those are the things we have from building our characters. Does anyone have feelings about what kind of archetype they'd like to play, or archetype combination?
I was willing to kind of just take whatever other people didn't want, if there's like a preference for anybody. That sounds
I
like
think Renee had one.
I call dibs on weary.
Nice.
it's
Yeah,
it's
so
a
if
good
you're-
one.
If you're weary, you're all hopeless. When someone else fucks something up, you can spend a composure to roll your eyes and snatch them out of danger.
It seems like a good one to have.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I don't know. I'm kind of torn between the scholar or the veteran.
The weary veterans are classic. The weary scholars an interesting combo that is like a bit like a little less of a traditional trope.
Okay, well, I guess let's start with personalities then. Does anybody else have a personality that they wanted to be?
I kind of like both greedy and romantic, but I'm not sure which. Yeah.
Yeah, so when you're greedy, when something is within your reach, you can spend a composure to just fucking take it, no matter who has it or where it is. You can just be like, mine.
This thing is my
If you're
thing.
if you're romantic, when someone you're attracted to is in danger and you can see it, you can spend a
Yep.
composure to redirect the danger to yourself.
Yep. So
Whether
I
that's by
I was just gonna say I like both of those. I guess I'll have a quick look over the roles and work out.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause
Christine,
I think that combination, will make
Yeah.
it easy for me. Yep.
do you have any feelings, Christine?
I'm gonna try the greedy fool.
Cool. Well, then that suggests that maybe romantic works for Karri then.
Yep.
Yep. It's
Had-
always good to have a fool, because the fool has the ability, which is you can just be like, oops, I found a clue,
I accidentally information.
which is a
Maybe
really
this
handy
map
thing
over
to
here
have
is
on
what
site. Yeah, exactly. Last time someone knocked over a stuffed fish and found maps inside.
I remember that. That was great. Okay, so we have
It's
weary,
a
greedy,
helpful
and
ability.
romantic. So I have obsessed or treacherous. Ooh. Man. I could also be heartfelt.
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna be treacherous.
Ooh, when you're part of a group that is being menaced by something with a mind, you can spend a composure to extract yourself from the group in danger. Oh, I'm not with them. I'm on your side. It's fine.
It's that guy in The Mummy who had every religion's necklace on, and he's just going through them.
It's 100% him. Yep.
Yeah. Whatever works for me right at this moment.
Yeah. It's like it's the other dude in every other Nathan Drake game, right? Like
Yes.
he always gets betrayed about 2/3 of the way, and then you're like, oh, shocking.
How could you have done this? How could anyone have seen this? Your inevitable
Yeah.
betrayal.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome.
Okay.
All right. So which roles aside from the fool have been claimed?
None of them.
I think it's just the full.
Okay.
So yeah, the full is let me find the full so that I can give like the full description. So they gain a bonus point into adventure stats. They're lucky when they fuck something up. They can spend a composure to succeed at something else that they weren't trying to do. And they have the what's this when you can be like, oops, I found a thing. And then yeah, when they're all out of composure, they just have to bumble their way into trouble in some way. It's the easiest one to like reset once you're out of composure.
I might go for the romantic scholar.
Ooh, cool. I like it. So the scholar gains 1 point into mystery stats. Modern sense, when facing a problem from ancient times, and there's a simple modern solution, you can just be like, oh, I turn on the lights, or I shoot it, or I, rather than being like, oh no, the magic. The scholar also has done the homework. You establish your area of research at the start of the game, and you always get extra dice when you're doing something that relies on that research. And mere superstition, when you've used all of your composure, you cannot use any moves until you unleash or exacerbate something supernatural. It's just a book. Well, what harm could come from reading a book?
No, you never read it out loud.
Uh-huh.
Look, if they didn't want it
always
to
read it out loud. It's like, you're an academic, you can read in your head.
In your head. No, like, listen to this, guys. Reads ancient spell and evil erupts.
I can't read backwards Sumerian in my head. It just doesn't sound right.
Yeah. Cool, that sounds excellent, Karri.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay, Renee, do you have a preference? Sorry.
So as far as using the Roll20 sheets for this one, we don't have a Roll20 sheet, so we're just using the attributes and abilities thing, so you can just put them in however you like. Sorry, Renee, I did cut you off there.
No, you're fine, because I don't really know. I don't,
Were you eyeing the treasure? Because I think I want to be the treacherous treasure.
No,
Oh
go
my
for
gosh. Yes.
Cool.
You gain an extra die when you try to distract people. You can spend a composure at any time to have small weapons or tools hidden on your person. And when you're all out of composure, you cannot make any moves until you're captured by an opposing faction. Save me, you idiots.
So good.
I think... separated.
2 points in any one stat. Oh. 1 point in negotiations. So how many points do we start off with to
So you get your ones from your combo. And then once you've like added all the points that you get from your class and stuff, you have 6 points to add on top of that, spread among the 9 stats, but you can't have more than 3 points in any given stat.
Okay.
And you start with 6 composure.
Okay. Boop, boop. All right. So I have.
Okay. So it's 8 total, but that includes the ones that are designated by the roll.
Yeah, your role and your personality should give you. Your role should give you 2, and your personality should give you 1.
Okay.
So you should have 9 total.
Yep.
It says 8 though.
Where am I? I might have done the math wrong.
Math hard.
Math is hard. Yeah, you get 6, and then you get 2 from your role, and 2 from you, and 1 from your personality.
Okay. I'm actually gonna go kind of tangential and pick the mystery.
Cool. So the mystery gets a bonus in an action stat and a mystery stat. You get
Be right
we
back.
have been here for a very long time, which is when you are asked about the dormant peril, you can ask the GM for details, and then you get to turn it into like a big ancient tale. And then you get practiced focus. You gain an extra die when you wield a weapon or perform an action encoded in your traditions and rituals. And you also get all fools and thieves. When you've used all of your composure, you can't use any moves until you've left a warning with your companions and disappeared mysteriously.
See, I think that goes really well with the eye roll. What the fuck, you guys?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Cool.
Okay. Pencil.
This is such a fun, silly game. It's just writing it was just like, what are all the bullshit tropes?
Yeah, I really like how much character you've put into the descriptions for everything. Like
It's
how much personality. Sorry.
yeah. You kind of have a pretty good understanding of your character as soon as you've picked two things.
Yep. I'm actually kind of sad we only get a couple of hours to play it.
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll get through it. Like, it is a game that moves pretty quickly.
Yep.
I'm just trying to get my GM stuff sorted out.
Nobody saw that.
It's on stream.
Nobody saw that.
So is it recommended to try to have to try to put points into at least one of every type of stat, like every
I mean,
3 categories?
The way it works is like, if a bad thing happens and you're like, oh god, I don't want that to happen, you'll roll for either action, adventure, or mystery. And so the number of dice that you have is how many of those actions do you have any dots in. So for instance, if you've got points in biff and swing, but none in bang, then then if you're rolling to avoid something actiony, then you're going to have 2 dice.
Right. Okay.
If you've only got one in being really strong and none in running away or negotiations, then you've only got 1 dice in adventure. So spreading them out means that you'll be better at resisting like bad things happening to you, but bad things are more likely to happen to you because you're less good at doing the things.
Okay.
So yeah, it's rolling to avoid things. Shrugging off blows and punishment is action. Avoiding trouble and damage is adventure. And insight and mental fortitude is mystery.
All right. Oops. I think I have my person done. I just gotta give her a name.
Awesome. Did Christine have a role?
For what?
She's
As in like scoundrel or scholar? I couldn't.
yeah. She picked a fool.
Oh, that's right. She's the fool.
sorry.
That's cool. No, it's okay. I'm
I
just.
thought you meant I was supposed to roll for something, and
No,
I was
no,
like,
no.
"Oh, I missed
Yeah.
something."
Yes, role playing. Now, which?
Pretend you are dice.
Actually, I might need that tutorial. Let's go with it.
Yeah. So everyone's got a character then, I think.
Renee, you're the weary what now?
Mystery.
Weary mystery.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. I'm excited about this because we don't have anyone playing the scoundrel, which is nice. Because like that means that it's a very different group. It's like we're just avoiding having the traditional character, that is usually the quote unquote center of attention.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I really like that. I think that's cool.
Yep. Subverting some of those tropes.
Exactly. I mean, there's a whole thing about like subverting tropes, like setting tropes up and then subverting them. As we, like one of the things is the thing of like stealing treasures is not actually the thing that ends up happening most of the time because that tends to actually be a really bad idea. But everyone wants to do it, so we can at least start out trying. Cool. So if we've all got characters, we can. Has everyone got their extra dots, their extra dice assigned?
Uh,
I'm still assigning stuff.
I don't
Mhm.
because I'm just
same.
gonna manualize it.
Sure.
Roll 20 and I
Um,
don't get along with that. It takes me longer to figure out how to add a thing into the sheet than it does for me to just roll the equation.
Yeah. As long as you've got it written down somewhere, that's all.
Yeah.
Cool. In that case, does someone want to roll me a d6 to see where we start the story?
who wants to be in charge of screwing us over first?
I'll do it.
Yay! Congratulations. You've doomed us.
Probably. 4.
4. Nice. So we don't even. So yeah, we start abroad. So let's. What kind of a space do we think we're gonna start in? Do we want to start in a deserty place, in a jungly place, in a icy coldy place, at sea, in some horrible place infested with monsters like Louisiana?
That's not very nice. We're
I-
very nice
I
people.
believe that place only
But there's
exists
sweat
in
in the
myth.
mosquitoes.
Sorry.
Erin showed me your weird fish, and I'm never going.
I showed her an alligator gar, and she said,
Alligator
"Oh,
gar?
what?"
Alligator gar, man. They're bad news.
I'm from Australia, and guess what? No.
I think
Okay,
that
but-
might be the best
okay.
response. I'm from Australia, and that's fucked up.
Yeah,
We did
exactly.
research. We did research, and they don't actually attack people. They just
No,
look that
they
good.
just-
They're
Yeah.
people mistake them for alligators when they're being attacked.
Okay. All right.
It's a fish that sometimes just is on land because it wants to.
Yep.
Yeah.
It can breathe air, so that's
I mean,
cool.
to be fair, the air around here is often very similar to water, so we probably can't tell the difference.
Okay, so this is slightly related to the game this time. I was looking at something. I can't remember where it is. I think it's in Mexico or Central America. Like some lake, they're having a drought, and like this lake is slowly evaporating, and like a cathedral was in the lake that they didn't know about, and it's just visible now.
That's kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
Could we maybe be exploring that and finding clues to a
saying,
thing?
like, you know there's something in there, like some kind of relic.
Yeah, 100%. This is in Mexico somewhere?
I think so. I can Google it. Please hold.
So if that's the lost city, then abroad would probably be like in
Well,
Mexico City gearing up.
I mean,
maybe?
this could be just a cathedral that is that like so we're abroad exploring the cathedral. The lost
Oh,
city could be
right.
something much larger. So,
Right.
yeah. That can 100% be a thing. Who do we think is likely to be exploring this this cathedral? I have a feeling that like a scholar might be.
Yeah, I was about to say I think that's my character. My
Yeah.
character's thing. Yeah.
Often the mystery comes in after the chase for the city has started. But like they could be there from the get-go. So yeah, we open on this like this swampy lake with like that's surrounded by dry spiny trees and cacti and things as the at the edges of the lake, and there's stinking mud that where like it has that like dead fish smell from all of the things that have died in the lake and are now getting exposed to the air
Delicious.
over time. Yeah. Do we think the church is exposed enough that you can walk in there, or are you are we exploring it by like pontoon?
Maybe like the top part, like the pointy part of the roof
Yeah.
is visible, and
People.
like steeple. I thought you said the people.
So like yeah, we open on like
That's inside.
yeah.
Yes. You have to open the doors to see them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so maybe you have to take a boat out there and then like find your way to like the attic access to get into
Yeah.
the steeple, and it sucks probably like a lot.
Yeah. So Karri, what's your character's name and what do they look like?
My character is Dr. Virginia Lancaster. She's probably about 50 years old. Slightly graying hair. Yeah, and she's a slightly overweight. You know, average height kind of. Yeah, just scholarly doctor. You know, like academic type character. Like,
I
yeah, she's.
I love the image of like we 100% get the thing of her like moving aside like some like ancient like roof tiles and like from inside and the light like streams in and she's like haloed from behind. It's the hero shot and then she's like and then she gets out like her inhaler or something and it's like
Yeah, yeah.
right like before she and like moves aside a part of the roof so that she can get into this like this attic area of this like ancient cathedral. And
Yep.
it's all like rafters and like well rotted like ancient wooden boards that have been like just like very much pulled apart by the water over time, but you can still kind of walk across it. And underneath you can hear the like gentle lapping of the water, like a foot below the actual like rafters where you would be walking. And the water below is like pea soup. It's like you can't see through it. It's really gross and smells of like dead fish and urine. But this attic area is all full of like ancient like stored bookshelves of like probably water ruined books, but and like there's like big candelabras and things. It was used as storage before this whole place ended up in a lake somehow. I feel like whoever made this church did not think through it. But yeah, who's there with Dr. Virginia?
So I've got some good reading, so I figure I'm probably there to look for, research materials and that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So yeah, what do you two do as the all of the like mosquitoes that have been like nesting here recently just kind of like pour out of this opening into the musty attic of this ancient cathedral?
I was just going to ask him, can we get a description of Erin's character?
Yeah.
Okay. My character is Shirley Toulouse. She is probably about medium height, late 30s, like blonde, average build. Likes to wear hats just kind of all the time. That's one of her
What
things.
kinds of hats?
It depends. She's gotten a few from like old relationships, kind of the stuff that she borrowed and never gave back, just kind of like some people do with hoodies. So I think this time she's got this weird. It almost looks like like Indiana Jones's like explorer hat, except it's made out of this weird mesh, and then from underneath it all the way to the ground is like mosquito netting.
Yeah, that's a weird hat. Nice. Cool.
See, Ginny, I told you, like you said I look ridiculous, but I'm not getting eaten right now, so
Well, I'm not getting eaten either. I applied insect repellent.
ick, that's so bad for the environment.
Yeah, so yeah, somewhere I want to ask a question actually. What era are we setting this in? Because like we have like start of the 20th century through to like modern day that we can set it in. What do people feel like? Like is this a like GPS or is this a like compass and paper map or
Sorry, noise. I'm cool with whatever. I mean, I figure maybe before like cell phones were super common, so it's not like I pull out my phone and solve the problem immediately by calling for help.
I mean, is it like the 80s?
Yeah,
I mean,
that seems reasonable.
to be fair, where we are probably doesn't have green signal,
That's
or
true.
at
Yeah,
least
that's
where
that's
where
always
we
my
are headed to.
I
But
gotta refill my
like
minutes.
works.
yep. But yeah, what's your plan as far as what's in here, as far as the cathedral? What do you? I mean, here's a fun question. What are you expecting to find here?
That is a good question, Doctor.
Mm. um, I don't know. I mean,
This is a game where I will often be like, just make something up.
yeah. All right. Well, I mean, perhaps we've heard of an ancient civilization that it's been long rumored, but there's never been any proof of their existence, and this is rumored to be this cathedral is rumored to have clues as to their their existence, and
Cool. Yeah, I mean, so if you're trying to find evidence of them, like, are you going looking around in there? Are you poking around for like trouble? What's the go?
yeah. I think just poking around, looking for just looking for any like books or like wall carvings or
Mm-hmm.
any sort of documentation or written sort of proof or something. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like spying and detecting and noticing hidden things, and noticing hidden things, maybe espionage.
Yep.
So let's do our first roll. How many dots do you have in espionage?
I have one.
Excellent, cool. So when you roll to do things, when you do a thing that is hard or whatever, roll 1 dice for each point that you have in the matching stat. See, I'm a very professional game writer.
Okay.
If someone helps you and spends a composure, then you get an extra die. If you have an injury or something that would like get in your way, you roll less die. And if you accept a devil's bargain, then you get an extra die as well. So anyone can suggest a devil's bargain. A devil's bargain is something that happens that makes the situation worse. But on the plus side, because the situation is getting worse, you get a bonus die. So, for instance, it might be oh, the boat that you used to get here leaves, right? I'm gonna put that on the thing, right? Like your boat floats away while you're working on it. Is a devil's bargain that I'm putting on the table. If you want to accept that, then sure, you can have an extra dice. Then we roll all of the dice that you have available to you, and we take the highest result. On a 6, you do the thing. Good job. On a 4 to 5, you do the thing, but with a complication. On a 3-, you do not do the thing, and the complications start piling up. If you roll more than 1 6, then you succeed in style and achieve some bonus advantage.
Do it.
So yeah, you've got 1 dice for espionage.
Yep.
Is Shirley helping? Do you want to spend a composure to help Shirley?
Doesn't seem very treacherous, but I guess I should be
No.
treacherous when it's most damaging. So yes.
Yeah. I mean, like, you can always turncoat as many times as you like later on.
Yeah.
It's more treacherous if you've been a nice person beforehand.
True. I like it. I'll spend 1.
Cool. So that gives you a bonus dice. So yeah, you're like walking along the all of the like rafters and peering through the things. And you're like getting help from Shirley, who's just, I assume, also like checking other parts of the attic. Did you want to take that devil's bargain?
Sure. Okay. Let's do it.
All right. So while that's happening, the like boat that you've like parked outside, a monkey lands climbs off of the roof of the thing, and just for some reasons just goes like and starts like untying the rope that that you've tied the thing and gets into the boat, and the boat starts to float away, and it just like looks to the camera and goes, "Oh no!" like,
It's that damn monkey from Speed Racer.
yeah, yeah.
I love
So,
it.
so already things are starting to go wrong. But on the plus side, you've got a bonus dice, so that's 3 dice that you've got to roll for this one.
All right.
So you're rolling 3d6, and you
Yep.
want to get 6s.
You
We
did.
have
Nice.
done 6. Yep.
Excellent. So, you get a clue. Let me find my thing. Yeah, you find this. You find this like old, old. What's the word I'm looking for? Like, my brain says cloisonne, but that's not right. It's like gold, like line work, and then like enamel, I think, or on like stone. This ancient tablet that shows like Christian missionaries, like, you know, wandering towards this ancient ziggurat. Is it a ziggurat? It like
Yeah.
a pyramid, right?
Yeah,
It's a
I
stepped
think they're
pyramid.
ziggurats.
I think we see a stepped pyramid. Whether it's or not, it's the city of the dead, which I think is an important part of a ziggurat. I don't remember. But there's a stepped pyramid. Bunch of people being like, "Oh shit!" Christian missionaries holding up a big golden cross, and like lasers are coming out and killing people. And yeah, and like it has a bunch of text that you don't understand the language of. It doesn't look like the kinds of things that like any of the languages that you are an expert in this area.
Mhm.
Unless you want to like be like, no, actually, fuck this, I am. But yeah, if it is a language that you read, it would take you a while to like decipher this version of it. But yeah, and then yeah, this tablet shows these Christian missionaries, yeah, like advancing on this big pyramid, this big stone pyramid. And inside, I think we see inside the pyramid, there's like an image of a potato or something that is like has like the like rays of like of like holy light or like magic or like magic. There's a magic potato. It's very confusing. But you found this thing that's like, these people are definitely from a lost civilization or a lost like peoples that is previously unknown to academia.
Perfect.
David said in the chat that a ziggurat is a pyramid without anti-aliasing. Thought you might appreciate that.
That's great.
But yeah, what do you do when you find this, like, and it's clearly like been hidden, right? This thing has clearly been like stowed away so that no one would find it. It's in the attic because we don't want anyone to see this weird thing.
Yeah. Well, I would like to take it. Like, how big and heavy is it? I guess.
I mean, it's you can lift it. It's going to take 2 hands to lift it. It would be easier if you had 2 people. But yeah.
Okay. Also,
it's definitely not Aztec. That's the word I was looking for. I was trying to remember who was where. It's not Aztec.
Yeah. Okay. So actually, first of all, I'll can I take a photograph of it?
Yeah. What are you using? Like, what kind of camera do you pull out?
Well, I mean, if this is the 80s, it's going to be a film camera. You know, I'm not a camera person, so
yeah, like if it's the 80s, there's like the option of like, or there's the option of like,
oh yeah, Polaroid camera. Yeah,
that's the word.
Do we? I want to have 3 of those little the shitty disposable crank ones.
See, that's what I was
Yeah.
trying to remember. When did those?
Yeah.
They were around in the late 80s, weren't they?
Yeah, they
Probably.
would. They
think
like
so, yeah.
disposable cameras are not hard to make. Like,
I couldn't remember when we started. 1986. So yeah, there you go.
yep.
Okay.
I like setting games in like 88 I love setting games in the like the late 80s, just about 90s, because it's a period that I find easy to be like, oh yeah, that feel.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think I'll go with like it's a proper film camera. Like it's not a disposable one, but um, I I don't think it's realistic for her to carry around a Polaroid camera though.
Yeah, cool, excellent. So yeah, you take a photo of
Oh,
it. and-
actually, sorry. It might be just for the immediate, like being able to refer to the.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, and like, or you might be
Yeah.
like, I take a photo with my proper camera and then I do a sketch. Is the other thing that like,
Yep. All right.
Because-
Yep. I'll do that.
yeah, cool. And like make notes of like potato question mark, all of those
Yeah.
sorts of
Magic potato.
exactly.
Death
Yeah.
Cool.
potato.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just need to quickly plug in my headset because it's beeping at me.
That is okay. But yeah, Shirley, yeah, this thing, like you hear like the click of the thing, and the like the sound of it being like pulled out from behind the it's definitely like a big piece of stained glass or something that was being worked on to be repaired that they've hidden it behind, and they're like, yes, no one will find it behind this glass. But yeah, what happens?
So the way I had kind of pictured it is Shirley is like a research assistant maybe
Mm-hmm.
for Dr. Lancaster. So I think she's probably like, let me guess, it's my turn to carry this.
Well, I mean, we can both carry it
Mm-hmm.
because it looks like a two-person job.
Sure.
So yeah.
Are you gonna take a picture? Can you want me to post by it so we can get like a scale, a scale for it?
Shirley for scale.
Sure. Yep. So yeah, we'll do that, and yeah, and I've already taken a sketch of it, and yeah.
Okay.
Renee, what's your character's name? Is it like, do you want to do the thing of like coming up with a name that is like traditionally, Middle American, or do you want to come up with a what's the word, a poetic name like Striking Spear or something like that?
See, I think she probably has a fake name.
Like Daniel?
I think I'm gonna pick Lauren. It's nice and like ambiguous.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Cool.
And so she it's not her real name, but that's what she uses for her adventuring, to kind of separate it from her. Here's my job that I used to pay for adventuring in between times. Fake job.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So her name is Lauren.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
No
So I think Lauren. I think we get a shot of Lauren from like the nearby trees or like through the bush. And so and like watching and being like, oh, these intruders. What do you look like?
Kind of. I imagine that Lauren is like mid-30s. Like she's not too old for this shit, but she's been around the block a few times.
Mm-hmm.
She's pretty practical, like not like denim pants because it's hot out there, but like heavy duty kind of pants and work boots and a nondescript kind of brownish shirt, over another shirt, so she gets like a long sleeve shirt because mosquitoes and also vines and trees and things. So her hair's like pulled back tightly to keep it from catching on things. Just really practical because she's
Yeah.
gone through the jungle before.
In that case, are you part of the like expedition team, or have you been tailing them?
I've probably been tailing them.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like wherever they flew into or stopped, I kind of overheard them, and I'm not like. Usually, I get hired to be a guide or whatever on expeditions, and
Is that totally like a cover so that you could be like, ah, yes, I'll guide you somewhere else that's in the actual place?
no, I usually like I'm okay with bringing people to places unless they seem really shifty and they're gonna like desecrate stuff, and then I'm gonna lead them somewhere else. But I'll have terms if what they're searching for, if it's gonna be valuable, then I'm gonna charge them more for what they're looking
Yep.
for.
Yep.
Kind of. I guess I get commission.
Yeah. That's cool.
But sometimes I kind of hang out and find people who seem to be looking for something and follow them and make myself useful in a moment where they're in trouble, and then suddenly I'm part of the team.
Yeah. So yeah, you see this monkey untie the boat, and it just starts drifting off down towards like past the lake until like where the creek running out of the lake is. That little bit of current is taking that boat away. And I think at this point we see we see Virginia and Shirley, like their heads like pop out of the hole on either side and like look around and like, where the fuck's the boat?
Where's the boat?
But they haven't seen you yet, so.
Okay, I'm gonna go get the boat.
How?
I'm just gonna follow it to where everything to like where the exit for the lake is, to where it narrows down, and see if I can't. Yeah, I know that there's like a bridge, one of those ropey kind of bridges down the way.
Yeah.
And it's not real high because this is kind of a shallow. It only gets when it gets real full and there's a lot of rain, people don't cross it anyway. It's too dangerous. So like I'm gonna go out and grab the boat as it passes and push it, to the side. And
you gonna try and jump into it? Is that I feel like it's gonna be like grabbing it from the from the bridge?
Yeah, it's not going fast, right?
Yeah. All right, cool. That sounds like you're being really strong.
Yeah, probably. Damn it.
I mean, yeah. So
how strong are you?
So do you have any dots in being in any points in being really strong?
No, not at all.
Okay, well, we can get some. Don't worry, we can get you some dice. Don't worry. If you have 0 dice, if you roll for something that you have 0 dice in, it just means you roll 2d6, and instead of taking the highest, you take the lowest. So like you could still come out on top, but if you want to try and get some extra dice in a thing, maybe someone is helping you, maybe I could offer you a devil's bargain. Let me have a look at my list to
Too
see if
early in the game for a devil's bargain.
We already took one the first
we already
roll.
took one.
Yeah,
That's why
I
the
know.
boat
That's
is...
antithetical to my entire way of dealing with things.
Could Christine maybe be
But it's
your
more
sidekick, and that's where she comes in to help get the boat out?
Yeah, like is Christine a member? Christine, do you have a character name? I don't think I've got a name for you yet. Oh wait, you're Dana, aren't you? Yeah.
Yes, Dana.
Yeah, Dana. Yes, the American pronunciation.
Quick question, Ash, just about mechanics.
Yeah.
So, if for this dice roll it's 2d6 and you take the lowest result, what does adding more dice do?
Well, that would get you. So you're at 0, right?
Yeah.
So that's when you roll 2d6 plus and take the lowest. 0 plus 1, you have 1 dice.
Okay, all right. So it's not 3d6.
No.
And take the lowest.
No.
Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But the two of you could help, or Dana could be on the expedition, could be there as on to help, like specifically helping out Lauren. There's a couple of different like options, or Dana could be like the person that you have to call up and convince to get to like come and help you find the thing. If depends when Christine, like how long we want to see before Christine brings her character in. Yeah, there's a couple of options there. Do you have a feeling, Christine, as far as like whether you are on the mission on Lauren's side, they're investigating on your own, or like waiting to be rung up and convinced?
I kind of feel like maybe I'm there on my own since
Yeah,
she's coming
cool.
up on this bridge that
Mhm.
apparently leads to like the cathedral, that maybe
Mhm.
I'm headed towards the cathedral as she comes running after the boat.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. All right. So if you wanted to spend a composure, you could give Renee an extra dice on this roll. So I'll talk you through it, Renee, don't worry.
Okay, because
yeah.
that doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Currently you've got 0 dice. We want to get you to to be more than 0 dice, which is what so if you're getting help from Dana, then you can have 1 dice for that. I've got a devil's bargain, which is that the rivals who are also looking for the thing you're looking for also show up at this time. If you want to take that devil's bargain, get an extra dice. So 1 dice. Christine, did you want to spend a composure to help?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. So it sounds like you're like you're like reaching to like grab a hold of this boat, but it's like, you know, making its way down river or whatever, and like you're not going to be able to like reach and grab it without someone else's help. And then it sounds like Dana appears heroically. So you've got 1 dice. So you're rolling 1d6, and then on a 6 you'll succeed. On a 4 to 5 you'll succeed, but with complications. And on a 3 or less you'll have a bad time.
So don't let us down.
Okay, but I'm still really confused by this whole thing.
Sure.
Okay.
So
What I don't understand is what's the advantage to having her help me?
Because
So-
if you have 0 dice, you take the
you have
worst
0
out of
dice?
2.
you'll take the lower
Okay, but
of
now
2.
I'm only rolling 1 dice.
But you're taking the highest out of that, right? Like you've got a 50-50 chance of getting a 4, 5, or 6, which is you get your thing, right, on 1 dice. Whereas you have a much lower chance of getting a 4, 5, or 6 if you're taking the lower of 2 dice.
Okay.
It makes sense statistically. Hey, look, you did a thing. Congratulations.
Yeah, but it doesn't make. I don't know. It just seems more.
Basically,
Yeah,
if you're
it's-
taking
it's-
the least, the lower out of 2, then you're basically doubling your chances to get a 1 to 3. Since
But you're 50-50 on both of the other 2 dices. Like dice rolls are.
Yeah, but if it's of 2, right? If either of them come up, but it's like if you flip 2 coins and either of them come up tails, then you're fucked. As opposed to flipping 1 coin, you're only fucked on 1.
Okay.
It's fine. You did the thing. Good job. Dana arrives, and like, what does it look like as Dana like helps you grab this boat? And also, what does Dana look like?
I was thinking just like a middle-aged, sort of nondescript person, like not looking to draw a lot of attention to myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got.
That's fine. Do you just like, as Lauren is like leaning forward and can't quite grab it, you like grab her hand and like, so she can like lean further to grab a hold of this boat? Is that what it is? Or is it like you like toss them a rope, or how do you help out?
Can I also grab the boat? Like,
Yeah.
we said it was probably lower down or
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
in which
yeah,
case
I'm
the
gonna
two of you
also, like-
together have enough strength to like pull it to shore.
Like shove it. Yeah, push it.
Yep. Cool. Now on a 4 to 5, I also have to find something to do that. I'm going to do a thing in the background that no one can see. Ha 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 ha. Excellent. Great. Well, now that the boat has been rescued, and the other two are now that you two have control of the boat, and the other two are trapped in a cathedral, let's go to break, and we can see what happens next after a break. Erin, you good?
Yes. Okay, so let me put us on break in just a second. For those of you who are watching live, if you want to try and win a copy of the game, go ahead and type the word enter in all caps in the chat. While we were on break, I will be entering names into a spinny wheel thing, and then when I get back, we will pick a winner. And you'll win a free copy of the
Awesome.
game. So
That's real cool.
we will be back shortly. Thanks, and see you in a second.
All right.
Alrighty, everybody. What we're gonna do real quick is spin for the winner.
Spinner. Sorry.
Yes, win for the spinner. Whatever. So give me a second to push that button. Oh, it clicks. All right. So it looks like David is the winner for our first one.
Awesome.
Hit me up after the stream. I know how to reach you, so I know where you are.
Dun, dun.
Yeah. So I will get you your copy after we get off stream. And for now, let us go back to things. We're back.
Cool. All right. Well, so the situation is that as far as you can tell, as far as Virginia and Shirley can tell, their boat has disappeared, and it's been grabbed by Dana and Lauren. And just fix up my notes. So yeah, I mean, Dana seems to have appeared mysteriously to help you grab this boat, Lauren.
Interesting.
What do?
Indeed.
Thanks for helping me with the boat. I guess I would just tell her, like, I saw this boat. There's some people up in the lake, and while they weren't paying attention, a monkey took their boat. Monkey.
Excuse me?
Who is the monkey climbed onto? Because the monkey is 100% on someone's shoulder now, right? That's what happens.
Oh no. Probably mine, but that doesn't mean I like it.
Yeah, it starts like playing with your hair, being like, "What's in here?"
So I was, I figured they're probably going to need this boat. I'm just going to bring it back up to them.
Yeah. So like,
You're welcome to come along too. Strange person.
Mysterious. The more mysterious than the mystery veteran.
I like it.
Yeah. What's the go at Dana?
I don't know. You're welcome. Can I have your monkey?
It's not my monkey, so yeah, I guess so. Better you than me.
Cool.
Who does
mean,
the boat
yeah.
belong to?
It 100% just hisses at you, Dana. It's like,
Aw.
and then just starts pulling repeatedly really hard on Lauren's hair.
Nice. It's monkeys for you.
Yeah, monkeys are good.
So not about this monkey. Anyway, so I'm just gonna get into the boat, and I assume that it has a motor of some kind.
I think it's an outboard motor on
I don't see either of the two in the temple being the whole rowing through the jungle.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll get in the boat and start the motor. Apparently now with a monkey.
The monkey knows how to operate the boats. I mean, you're doing great.
I mean, does it, or is it just
I think it just knows how to untie stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. It's 100% climbs down and starts fucking with whatever's in the boat. Just there's a bag of supplies and things, and it just reaches in and grabs some packed lunches that Shirley and Virginia had prepared, and just tips them into the water, and it just looks back at you hey.
Yay!
No, my cucumber sandwiches.
My avocado toasties.
I mean, to be fair, cucumber sandwiches.
But yeah, so
Lauren's not too sad about that.
So yeah, you make your way back over to the cathedral, where that there's something that belongs to your people hidden in that cathedral, but you don't know what whether or not you don't know what's what's happened inside. So
Right. I'm just gonna call out when we get there, like, hello, have a boat.
I mean, yeah, the other two like spot you like coming over with the boat, like because they're like out like looking at it, like trying to work out where the fuck your boat is gone. So
Yeah, and I think we've put down the tablet for now, and so I'm just waving my hands over here, over here. That's our boat.
Yeah, okay, I'll choose the boat and tie it up in a non-monkey untiable knot.
You monkey proof.
Thank you so much.
No problem. It's kind of hard, you know. I was out here. I hike through here. I'm kind of a local guide, and I saw this monkey that has now attached itself to me make off with your boat, and I figured you might want it since it's, you know, water escapes only here.
Are you sure
Thank
you're
you,
not
thank
like
you.
working with this monkey to steal people's boats?
You know, if I could tell you how much I don't like monkeys, it probably wouldn't encapsulate how much I don't like monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they dump your food overboard. They have, you know, just they're like cats, only with opposable thumbs, sort of. Not really. I don't know. They're
the monkey 100% like climbs up your shoulder and starts to like grab a hold of your cheek or something. Like,
see this?
Yeah.
It's like a cat, except worse.
But yeah,
Oh, so it's a cat with fingers. Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, exactly. See where I'm coming from here. So, you guys don't really look like the hiking through the woods type. You're just like sightseeing our newly visible cathedral.
No, we're actually we're actually archaeologists. We're research we're investigating some rumors of an ancient civilization, which we've found some exciting evidence of here, and I gesture to the tablet.
I'm totally
wow.
getting an A on my ancient studies class. So, you know, important things here.
Bonus field work.
Totally.
Well, you know, you are right about rumors of an ancient civilization. You know, that's always been the legend around here. I don't know that anyone has thought about the cathedral being connected to the ancient civilization, at least not in a really long time. You know, after the dam was built, this lake just kind of filled in, and it just stayed there even after we moved away from that, you know, the dam left and the lake stayed. And
Renee, you would know that the rumors of the ancient civilization, it's rumored that the name that is used for it, it is called the Izapa civilization. So like Izapan ruins or Izapan, the Izapan people. So like you would probably have been told by like your parent or grandparent or whatever of like, we're descended from the ancient hidden Izapan peoples, but you must never tell, right? Like,
right. No personal connections there. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like,
you're 100% like been told by like your relatives that like we may have to make sure that no one ever finds. I think they would. You would have heard of like a thing called the Golden Child. The people, like if people go looking for his up and stuff, they might find the Golden Child, and that would be very bad.
It'd be a bad thing. Okay, so gotcha. So what exactly brought you guys, like, how did you hear about the connection with this cathedral? It seems like a strange place to look for ancient relics.
Well, I mean, we would. I was conducting research at the university, and we found. We found rumors of Christian missionaries who had encountered this civilization, but it was all like very vague secondhand accounts. And when this cathedral was was discovered, yeah, we thought like it was in the right sort of, it was from the right period and in a location, around the location where it had been rumored that this civilization existed. So yeah, we thought we'd investigate.
Also,
What do you? Oh, go ahead.
I think Shirley looks at Lauren and Dana and says, do either of you know about like a holy potato that people worshipped? It's like a
I'm gonna
golden
look at
potato.
Dana and be like, I don't know about these people. Do you know about these people?
I like this sound of golden. Can I see it?
Doc, can we show them the thing?
Yeah, we can show them. I trust these people.
That's okay.
Good, you should. We saved your boat.
I mean,
I
yeah,
love
they saved our boat. Yeah.
So I think she heads inside and comes back a little bit later, dragging the huge thing, and says, "Hey, look! So there's the potato, and it's really hard to grip this when you're just covered in mosquito netting. So I think you should all be really appreciative and like let me have the good spot on the boat.
Is there a good spot on the boat?
Not like the middle is the best because you have less chance of getting touched by icky stuff that's in the water."
I would have thought it was the good spot on the boat was whichever end is furthest from the monkey.
That's fair too.
Oh,
That's the outside of the boat.
I mean, but that probably changes because I imagine the monkey's just constantly moving about.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Lauren, this is 100% like an Izapan like tablet, right? It's showing an event from there, from pretty late in their history, like from when the white people showed up and started fucking all the shit.
Freaking white people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's modus operandi.
Yeah. And like, yeah, there's 100% like tales of like Christian missionaries like opening up their like boxes of their like holy relics and disease like coming out and killing everyone and all those sorts of things. And like that's clearly what's being shown on this thing is like the lasers of bubonic plague or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Gross.
All right, so I'm kind of thinking in my head like how best to either misdirect them, or if that doesn't work, to
I mean, if you were to go with them and make sure that like if you work out where it is, then you can hide it, right?
Right. I like that's kind of what I feel like. Either get there like and slip it away, or something like that. So yeah, I'm going to let's see. Tablet, the holy potato.
Ignore that roll.
Probably fine.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm pretty sure I've seen some similar artwork to this in some other places, and the symbols on there are kind of known. They're similar to some other traditional symbols and things that we have around here. I mean, I'm looking for some work. I usually guide tourists and stuff, but I could guide scholars and postdoc students, whatever you are over here with your ancient studies class.
Hi, I'm a Shirley. That's me.
Surely.
I'm a
Nice.
multifaceted individual who will not be defined by the one class that you know I'm taking.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yep. We would greatly appreciate a guide that could be very useful in locating further clues and yeah,
Treasure.
like Now we aren't looking for treasure. We're just looking to discover history and you know trying to solve the mysteries of the world.
But we can
I,
do
I've
we can do that and get rich, right? Like both.
Have you been paying any attention in class?
I mean, some. I didn't even know what I was signing up for to come here. Okay.
Oh, Shirley. All right. Anyway, um, a guide would be very much appreciated. Yeah, we yeah. My name's Dr. Lancaster. You can call me Virginia if you'd like. Yeah. So, sorry, I don't believe I got your name. Or
My
your
name is
names.
Lauren.
Sorry. Yep. Okay. Um,
Dana just
I don't know
stares
this.
like Dana just
Steve,
stares
just help me with the
coldly into like, fuck you.
You know.
She swats a mosquito away and rubs it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to know my name.
okay. And sorry. And Dr. Lancaster gestures to Dana. Sorry. What was your? Are you also a guide or?
Um, you call me more of security. I'm just here to help. I noticed y'all coming up here and thought I'd come check it out and make sure that your golden potato was well guarded.
Okay. All right. That would be appreciated. Um. I mean, is it dangerous around here? I'm afraid I haven't really had time to familiarize myself with the local sort of the local culture.
Well, let's just say the mosquitoes aren't the only things trying to eat you around here. You know, there's wildlife and stuff like that.
Yep. All right. Well, yes. I would love to. I would love to have your assistance. Yeah. So yeah. Shall we head back to town and yeah, and see if we can, I guess, find. Sorry, I'm just trying to work out how to progress
Should
things.
should we ask around in town? Because like, what if somebody wants to kill us and take it?
I mean, yeah, you could ask around in town. You could get Lauren to like decipher some of the tablet that you can't read, or try and decipher some of it yourself. Or you can just like go and like consult texts and try and find like ziggurats around the place that might help you out.
Can I try examining it like on the boat ride back to civilization?
So you're hauling the thing into the boat?
It seems like a good idea.
Cool. Yeah. In which case, yeah, you can 100% do that. Like, yeah, try and like. Do you have like textbooks in the boat? Is that the deal?
How big is this boat?
It's like it's a.
I was like thinking like a 12-foot flatboat or something.
Yeah, same, right? Like.
Yeah, I don't think we would have books with us.
I think you had like packed lunches and like, but you could have like your notebook or whatever.
Yeah, and perhaps some notes or sketches that we've or clippings or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like someone's doing reading.
I got that.
And if someone else is helping, then that's the thing as well.
Yep.
If anyone wants to help,
I can help with that. Yep.
Sweet.
Yep. So you can spend a composure to help.
Do you have a devil's bargain?
Ooh.
For reading an ancient tablet
crazy.
we found in a recently unearthed cathedral.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. You're reading this tablet on a boat as you go down a stream. People noticing and seeing, like someone else who's like in the jungle or something, like seeing you doing this is 100% a devil's bargain.
What do y'all think?
Sure, go for it.
What's the worst that can happen? I doomed
Exactly.
us.
So many things. Why did you let those words come out of your mouth? Because now they will all happen.
Yep, I'm doing it. Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Wow.
oh my gosh.
There's a reason
Yeah.
I need saving at some point. I just want y'all to know that.
Yep. So as you're going down the river, we 100% get a shot of a whole bunch of like figures in like lurking out in the jungle with like leather jackets with like big anarchist A's like painted on the back, and like mohawks and things, and they're like hanging out in their in the jungle, and it's like totally the thing of like they've got like sweaty wife beater like tops on, and like and like all of the like proper jungle gear, and then on top they've got these like black leather jackets and mohawks. And yeah, they 100% like get out their binoculars and are like, ooh, as you like go downstream with the thing. But as you are trying to like read it, there's definitely a moment of like, no, move it to the left. You've got to I can't read that. But oh no, it went in the water. It fell in the it's in the river. And like as it does so, a whole bunch of like piranhas are like, is this food? No, okay.
So I have
And so like it bubbles with piranha fish all around it as it falls in.
good news, bad news, y'all. So I mean, we made some new friends today. I think that's really positive. And then she just stares forward.
Yeah, and yeah, you pull into town like a few minutes later, right? Like into the like small little town where you've like got a camp, and like some people come and like help you tie up your boat, and someone who like is connected to the mission or whatever comes up and is like, Dr. Virginia, how was your expedition? I said you should have brought some extra people. You need more muscle when you go on these things. You need someone with a strong back to help you out.
Yes. Fortunately, we encountered a couple of people who are now assisting us. This is Dana and blanking on Lauren.
Yep. And like this guy 100%, like you, Lauren, you 100% know this guy because he's like a fellow like rival like guide, and he's like his name is Gabriel, and yeah, he's 100% like, he's like, you're making some interesting friends, I see. He's like,
That's right. I'm just gonna wink at him.
yeah, he's you can see him be like he's been courting these guys to try and like get the job of like being their helper, and then you've just shown up, and he's like, well, I'm glad that you've got some help. Then, if you need me, I'll be around. And yeah, he goes off and like, you know, heads straight towards whatever like there's totally like a bar attached to the motel, right? Like there's like a 4-room motel with a bar. And that's like the biggest thing in town.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah. What do?
Well, can we perhaps go into the bar and, well, I mean we now that we know this place exists, we know, well, we need to find some clues as to where this ziggurat would be. So
one of the important things in this game is that you can 100% spend composure to be like, I know an expert, or I pre-organized with my friend who is going to meet me here, right? Which is why I was asking if that was Dana, right? Who you could just ring up and get in. But you can 100% just introduce an NPC and be like, yes, my friend who is an expert on golden potatoes of all kinds, right? Like, that's a thing you can do. Yeah. You can just spend composure to do that.
Okay.
That seems helpful.
Yeah. I think I'll do that. Yeah, I'll call up a colleague who uh, who who knows a lot about the area and like structures that have, just yeah, an expert on the area,
Mm-hmm.
and ask them if they know of any ziggurats nearby, I guess.
Yeah, and yeah. So, do you know who this person is, or do you want me to make them up?
If you could make them up, that'd be
Yeah.
great.
So yeah, like like we get this shot of you like on the like payphone in the motel with Gabrielle like looking saltily at you while he nurses a beer. And yeah, we on the other end of the line we hear Virginia. How are you doing? I have not expected to hear from you in a while. We don't get many we don't get many contacts these days.
I'm doing well. I'm out. So, actually, sorry. What? Where is
This
it that
person's
we're at?
name. This person's name is Mikhail.
Oh, but where is it that we like? What's the name of the location we're in?
Let me have a look. You are in. You're in Guatemala, apparently. Which is in El Asintal. El Asintal, in Guatemala. And yeah, and like you say, like we're here, and he's like,
Yeah.
you're out in the middle of the jungle. What are you doing there? This is not your kind of place.
Yeah, but we've been following up a lead. Yeah, we believe there's a civilization nearby which has not, it may be maybe some sorry,
It's okay.
smart devices going off. Yeah, yeah,
A lost civilization, you say? Oh, going after the big money. I see. If it's
Yeah.
lost, there's probably lots of treasure still in there.
potentially. Although we're not looking for treasure, we're just looking for, for mysteries and like solving historical mysteries.
Oh, of course, the capitalists are not looking for treasures. Oh, for the good of the people. I'll believe that from an American when I see it.
I ignore that.
He's like. So what do you want from me?
So we're looking for a structure around this area, like a ziggurat, but similar to an Aztec ziggurat. But like, have you heard any rumors, or like, do you have any information you could share that might help us?
Maybe I will have to check my books. I will give you a call. Is this number okay to give you a call back on? I will call you back a few hours.
Yes, that would be fantastic. Thank you so much.
He's like, no worries. You're gonna owe me a favor though.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, and he's like, excellent. Get a drink. You seem nervous. Yeah, and like hangs up. And yeah, we can like skip forward a little bit. But what I will get you to do is you spent a composure to invent that guy, but I will get you to roll a negotiations for him to see how much effort he's willing to put into that one.
Yep. So I have one in negotiations. I'm not sure how anyone could help.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm seeing a way for that either. So maybe you're just rolling 1d6. Unless you want a devil's bug, and if someone's overhearing this conversation and knows who you were talking to. Maybe there are some people outside with like black leather jackets who have got like the line tapped.
The jungle punks. They're at it again.
Sure. Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, cool, excellent. They know.
All right. So 2d6.
Jesus.
And that's not good.
Let me have a look at what I can do to make, because you get the thing, right? It just also has a complication.
Well, she got twos.
I'm just gonna say that like he's really late, and you lose a composure because you're like having to wait around, and you're like, come on, you said you would be a couple of hours, and it's not till the next day that he calls you back.
Okay. Yep.
It's just like it stresses you out, being like, come on, where's the what? But yeah, he eventually calls you back and is like, he's like, all right, I found a couple of structures. I think if you're wanting one that is pyramid or a ziggurat, as you keep saying, as you say, is like, I don't know if it's got if, and like he's like, I don't know the correct difference. And but he says, but when we did a geosat, when we did a flyover, I remember seeing some things in this area. I made some notes here in this section. You want, and have you got the pen ready?
Yes. Yep.
Good. And he reads you out like a bunch, some locations, and like one of them is like not ridiculously far away from all of the other things. He's like, there are some options. It took me a long time to work this out. Apparently, apparently these notes not so worth more than I thought. I will be listening to hear of your success, to understand exactly how much I'm owed.
Yes, and I will be sure to repay you for your help. Thank you, Mikhail.
Cool. So you've completed your first progress clock for this area, which means that where am I? Locales. Whenever you make progress towards your goal, you advance the investigation clock. When it's complete, you uncover a new locale, rolling 1d6 plus one more for each locale you've already discovered. So you're rolling 2d6, and you take the highest, and then we will see where you've discovered.
Okay. That's a 4 is the highest.
All right, let me see. I think you re-roll if it's a place that you've already discovered. If you roll a locale you've already discovered, just roll again until you find someone new. So we want to not get 4 or 5.
We're home.
That's a
2. All right, cool. Well, then that's interesting, right? Because that gets us the opportunity to like so like, yeah, you read these notes, and you just and like you discover that whatever this place is going to need more preparation, right? You absolutely do not have the resources currently to go after this.
Okay.
You have like the notes that you have from like when you took a photo and all those sorts of things. You can go and get some more research done, and you can try and get, say, you're probably going to need like a helicopter to get in there, or some kind of like aerial way in, because the jungle is way too dense to get there on foot without it taking like weeks.
Yep.
Okay.
What does home look like? Where are you from?
I'm not familiar with like.
Do some of the Americans have ideas?
Yeah.
It could be from like let's say there's is there like a popular archaeological college in the U.S.?
I don't know
pretend
these
there's
things.
one. Hold on, I'm going to check.
Google. What are popular archaeological colleges in the U.S.?
Apparently, there's one in Florida.
Well, that's perfect because we already know about mosquitoes.
Yay!
Tulane University.
Oh shit.
Really?
Okay,
Yeah,
let's go
that's
for that.
what popped up like right here.
Tulane. We're going to be in New Orleans then.
Cool. Sounds good. In which case, yeah, we return to New Orleans. Now, the way that this works is that like we can all go to the same location, or we can have people going to different locations and chasing up leads in their individual locations. So, for instance, if Dana wants to have a home that's a different place, or or Lauren wants to keep chasing up things around where she's from, then that's all good. But yeah, we see the we cut to like actually let's first play out like, yeah, you've got these notes, Virginia, and yeah, you're aware of the fact that you're going to need to come back with a proper dig team.
Yep.
Yeah, do you talk like yeah, what does that conversation look like?
So yeah, I think I need to to speak with probably the dean of the university to acquire funding to return with the dig team. So yeah, I'll go and speak to the dean.
Yeah, so we see like the grand halls of the university with like, you know, with like marble pillars and like you walking and the sound of like your shoes on the like clop, 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 as you like walk down the hall to the like the dean's office. And yeah, there's a portly gentleman behind a big pretty oak desk with like a big mustache sat there like poring through papers, and he looks up and is like Lancaster, you've been overdue for you haven't been showing up to teach classes for a week. Where have you been?
I'm very sorry, Dean. I did make arrangements for a substitute lecturer.
Your substitute was a junkie.
Hey,
I mean, it's the liberal arts side of the human sciences, right? Archaeology.
I feel like I should be insulted at that, but all right. So yeah, I'm very sorry to hear that, Dean. I'll arrange for a different substitute next time.
One that doesn't piss in the halls.
Oh, that
Wow.
escalated.
Yes. I'm very, very sorry for that. They seem like a very fine, upstanding individual when I interviewed them. I don't know what happened. Anyway, my reason for coming to you, Dean, is while I was away, I've made a groundbreaking discovery. I've discovered evidence of an ancient civilization that has not been encountered, or has not been, hasn't been discovered, in the academic world before. And I would like to return there with a sorry, what's the name for the,
Like a dig team?
yeah. I'd like to return with the dig team and yeah, like I believe there are a lot of very important historical findings that could really boost the reputation of the university and our archaeological program.
Sounds like negotiations.
Yep, I thought so. Yeah, so I have one in that. Shirley, would you like to be with me for this?
I had a question about that. So, first off, I'm pretty good at negotiations, but this definitely seems like a you thing. But so I have a thing called entrancing where I gain an extra die when I'm trying to distract people. If I'm trying to flirt with this guy as she's trying to get money and get him to sign a paper, does she get an extra die on top of that, or is it only if I'm rolling negotiation?
If you were the person doing negotiations, and you could be the person doing the role, right? Like you could step in and be like, it's really important that we find this ancient civilization, right? Like you can 100% do that and take over the negotiations by being a flirt.
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing is, like you're more treasure focused. Like,
absolutely.
Yeah, you could be like, I think there's treasure, right? Like it might be really valuable for the university.
Yeah.
I don't know how you want to play it, team.
Do you want me to roll it? Because I mean, if you helped and I did the thing, I'd have 4 dice. So.
Yep. That sounds great.
Okay. Yeah. So I think she's like in the middle of
Last
the conversation.
time Erin rolled 4 dice, it was good.
Yep. I mean, nothing bad has happened yet. We just found some jungle punks, and it was great. So I think she's going to grab the papers out of Dr. Virginia's hands, and she's going to grab a pen off the desk, and she's just going to kind of slide on the desk in front of the dean and be like, it's just I've had a really good time on this adventure, and if we can win, if we can find the treasure, that'll be more money for the school, and just you'd be really famous, and I mean, famous people are pretty hot. And then she just kind of bites on the pen a little bit, and she just kind of puts it in his hand and puts it on the
Uh-huh.
paper, and she's like, and I would be ever so appreciative if you could just sign off on this, and it would help me so much in my studies, and I'm very thorough when I dedicate myself to something. And
Okay,
she
roll
just
the
bites
dice.
her lip.
Come on.
And as this is happening, Dr. Lancaster's just like motions to stop her, and then actually like realizes this could be our best chance of.
Shirley is
funding.
apparently very good at flirt.
Treasure, you say? Oh my goodness! Oh my gosh! Yeah, and he starts to like turn a bit red, and he's like, and we get a shot of like school in debt, like $100,000 or whatever, right? Whatever's a big amount of money in 1988. But yeah,
$25.
yeah, right. But yeah, there's like a shot of a bookkeeping ledger that is 100% like a film one where it just says you are in debt or whatever.
It's got a
And then,
debt stamp on it.
Yeah, and we get a shot of like him like agreeing to like we see from like you from behind and him like being like, yes, this sounds very important, and like 100% speaking to your boobs. And then he signs off on a dig team for an archaeological expedition
And a helicopter.
and a helicopter. Is it a helicopter or is it like one of those planes that does the water landing thing?
I think helicopters are better for.
Yeah, it's the 80s. Helicopters are in every film, so yeah.
Yeah.
Helicopters and rope ladders.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, cool. Yeah, I think we 100% like see like a montagey shot of like like money just going as you all go like as you all like get your dig team together. Dana, where are you? I'm interested because I have a feeling for where Lauren is, but what are you up to during this like preparation period? Are you chasing up your own leads, or are you just going and buying lots of guns?
I would say, yeah, supplies maybe. I don't know that I have leads because I don't really know that I have like a presence in the area so much as I was just chasing treasure.
Yeah, I mean, you can go chasing treasure. I think you. Oh, I know what this is. I think you're the one that I think you, while you're like going around like preparing for an expedition or whatever, you bump into one of these people in like the black leather jackets, who's walking out of the shop you're about to go into. And yeah, this young woman who with bright pink mohawk and an amount of piercings to make people in the 80s be like, oh, right. It's like she like shoulders on you, and she's like, watch where you're going, old lady.
See, I don't think I would really react to that. I kind of just want to know what they were doing out in the jungle, but I don't guess I can ask her if she's being hostile.
I mean, yeah, you can follow her. You can just go about your business and keep shopping or whatever, or I don't know, shoot her, whatever you like. You muted, Erin.
Punch the information out of her head and then pick it up.
Don't do that.
I don't think that works.
I
think I might try to apologize and like talk to her.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. That sounds like, again, that sounds like negotiations. It sounds like we're doing a lot of like talking to people at the moment. Do you have any dots in negotiations?
I have one, I think. Hold on.
Cool. Better than none.
Yes, I have one.
Cool. I'm just trying to work out if I can give you, if there's a devil's bug. Does anyone have any ideas for devil's bargains, or if there's any?
Maybe the person when they bumped her either put something on her or took something from her,
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Like
like a tracker.
So yeah,
bug.
I'm gonna go with like there's a devil's bargain of like yeah there was some sleight of hand. If you want to take it, there was some sleight of hand that happened there. But if you don't want to take it, then you don't have to. So that would get you up to 2 dice from 1.
I think I'm just gonna try one. It's
Okey-dokey.
probably a bad decision.
Let's find out.
I have to remember how to roll.
And yeah, what do you want? And also like yeah, what do you want out of this person in your negotiations?
I just kind of want to know like why they were around when we were
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
'Cause
coming
I
into
think
town
you
and,
spotted
like-
them around the place a fair bit, and you're like, why the fuck are there people wearing leather jackets black leather jackets out here? Everyone out here wears
Right.
brown leather jackets because they're treasure hunters. A 3, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, she's like, listen, old lady, you wouldn't understand. You and everyone else are part of the old world. And she's like, we're making a new world, and you don't belong here.
Damn. Now you punch her. Renee, I think you're muted.
Yeah, because I was yawning.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I thought you were
that's
saying
fair.
something.
Not just saying something really slowly. Yes.
Jeez.
Speaking whale.
Yeah.
Then I think I'm just gonna blow her off and go about my way because I don't want to
Yeah.
punch information out of her
Yep.
yet.
Cool. Yeah. When you like head inside to is it a gun shop or a supply or like an adventure supply shop? Is it like Tomb Raiders R Us or
The army surplus
Probably-
store.
Probably just adventure supply. I feel like I probably have my own like favorite gun or whatever.
Yep, cool. So yeah, you head inside and like the person behind the counter is like really like nervous and shaky, and they're like, oh Dana, what can I do for you?
What's up? What's wrong? You seem nervous.
Oh no, it's nothing. I hate dealing with young people. A lot of the young people around here at the moment recently very aggressive. I don't like. I'm not a fan of all of this stone music, and I don't. It's not like what I grew up with. We used to do jizz.
You gonna be okay, Erin?
We were into that jazz music.
I
And,
didn't realize
so-
this was set in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
just-
I'm like, I'm trying
it's
to
got a
figure out how to
silly
make a
accent.
galaxy far away joke, and it wasn't coming.
But yeah, he's he's really like shaken by having to deal with this child. Hey, Erin, do you want to go to break? Because like, oh dear. Yeah. So he's like, yeah, they yeah, they were doing something with yeah, it's like, oh no, that young woman just came in and wanted all of the compasses and digging gear and a lot of the stuff to do with what's the word, the thing where they use magnets to tell what's under the ground.
Metal
Geo-
detector.
Geophys. Yeah, all of the geophys gear. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, she was like rifling through it. It was weird. Anyway, she brought a couple of things and stuff that I would have used. He's like, did you know that if you want, I can show you some of the latest stuff. It's very, very cool technology. He's like this one, and he pulls out like a metal detector type thing. He's like, it will keep track of the whole map of where you have done using, I think, satellites. But
Yeah. Sure. Let's go look at some cool stuff.
Cool. All right. Well, yeah. We get a thing of like, yeah, Dana going shopping, and then I think that's a good place for a break, and we can come back and see what Lauren's up to after a break. We can give Erin a moment to breathe.
I'm fine. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm always this color.
All right. Cool. Well, yeah. Let's take a break there.
Okay. So once again, we're doing a giveaway for a copy of the game. So if you wish to, if you want to enter, just type the word "enter" in all caps. And when we get back from break, I will put the names in a little spinny thing and choose another winner. So until then, we'll see you in just a few minutes. All right, everybody, we are back, and now I'm going to spin our wheel thing again. So, cross your fingers, I suppose, or I don't know, just listen to the clicky noise. All right, Jason, you are our winner. So,
Nice.
see me after class for your free copy of the game.
God damn it, Erin. So
we're back. Yes.
yeah, I wanted to get a read on where Lauren's at and what Lauren is doing to chase up these like leads or whatever.
So I'm going to, while they're getting a dig team together, I want to try and gain some more information to kind of get a leg up on them. So I'm going to, consult other
Like-
sources that I know, like other
Like among your community.
yeah, among the community, things maybe that I've seen around that I know are connected to this tablet, and also the older people in the community, and kind of tell them about what I saw on the tablet, while it was sitting in the boat before the piranhas tried to eat it, and see if they can't get, if they don't know of something more specific, and where to go next, and that kind of thing.
Yeah, that sounds like it might be espionage to me.
Okay.
Spying and detecting.
Oh, good. Yay.
Yeah.
No,
Do you have points in it or not?
I do not. It's the only thing in Magic. So far, the two things that you have picked are the one thing in each category. I don't have any points.
Well, like in which case, let's reframe it, right? Like maybe you have like books that you're like that are handed down through your family that you're reading through, right? In which case that would be reading. Or maybe there's a specific person who's always been very tight-lipped that you're trying to get like to talk, which might be negotiations. Maybe like you've been taught some ancient ritual that like might do some magic that might help you. Yeah, there's definitely a thing where where like steering your fiction in the direction of the skills you're good at will help you.
Okay, so I feel like there might be some journals, but I also feel like there's probably a grandparent or great grand uncle or something that I know knows some things, but is very much on the no one can find out about it because the white people wreck shit thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna come take, and it's just gonna be a tourist trap, and they'll take the artifacts and also laser plague, and so they don't want to talk about it at all.
A plague of lasers is pretty bad.
Right.
So yeah, do you want to do negotiations to try and like let me have a look here. Great Uncle Juan is like Great Uncle Juan is like is 100% like is definitely he's definitely an alcoholic. And he definitely like lives alone in a cabin in the woods, and like whenever you visit there's a cabin in the jungle, and whenever you visit there's always like a crocodile drying or something, right, where it's like oh yeah, I just went out and like killed a whatever, and now I've got it drying for eating later. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, and I'm gonna basically, look, here's the situation. This archaeologist and her student, they are totally getting together a helicopter expedition that are going to, they are going to find this if I don't figure this out and find it first, along with them, substitute it for something else when we get there, kind of thing.
You're helping them. You're helping these outsiders.
I'm not helping them. I'm just helping them get there so that I have a chance to hide the artifact. Otherwise, they're just going to find it, and we won't even know what's happening with it.
They don't even know what it is. They'll think, oh, it's gold. I'll sell it, make it into jewelry.
That will be a problem, right?
Yeah,
But
and
if I can get there and steal it and give them a fake one, then they'll never know, and they
Yeah.
won't be able to take the artifact.
okay, yeah, roll negotiations then.
Oh god, this is gonna suck. Okay, it's not the worst it could be.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna give you the thing. Let me have a look and see. So yeah, he's like, okay, and he's like, yeah, he's like, the place is very well guarded. You need to be very careful. And like, yeah, he talks you through and like gives you like information about like the legends of like, I think because he's like grown up in a like westernized version of exposed to like Catholicism and all these sorts of things. I think he probably says is guarded by 1,000 angels and starts telling you this story
Right.
of like the golden child, which is like the firstborn, is like supposed to be the prince of like your people, but because they died as a child, and they're blessed by God or something like that. So like, holy anointed child, prince of the people, died, turned to gold, and is going to one day will one day return the people to greatness, right? That's the idea. But is guarded by 1,000 angels.
Right, of course.
Oh, good.
Which will obviously like turn people into lead if they try and fuck with it. So, but like that's the story. How much of that is true? You don't know, but you definitely find out a bunch of it. Let me see if I need to do anything else for a 4 to 5. I think I'm going to say that you lose a composure just because he's so like, he's so upset, right? Like he gets and it kind of shakes you, right? You kind of like, oh shit, like I've never seen him get so emotional and so scared of anything, right? This is the guy that went out and killed a crocodile with like a toothpick.
Right. So there has to be something to this at some level.
Yeah, exactly. And so yeah, it just cost you a composure to get that out, get that answer. But you definitely know that the place is probably rigged with traps.
Right.
And some of those traps might be actually legitimately angels that will turn you into lead.
Definitely arrows, though.
Probably arrows also. They might turn you into arrows.
That would suck.
But yeah, definitely. Meanwhile, back at school, y'all are getting your I mean, like let's get the shot of you like coming back into like not you're not at the thing yet. You're coming back to Guatemala.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And yeah, you and like you're flying in with your team. And as you're like coming in on your fancy helicopter or whatever, to like pick up local supplies or food or whatever, the landing pad / strip for like helicopters and planes is on fire, and you're like, oh, okay, and so you get the thing of like, we have Miss Lancaster, we've got a problem. The landing site appears to be on fire.
That's unusual. Okay.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah. Is there an alternate site we could set down at like a field or something?
I'm hoping you have a map.
I do. Yes.
Can you just let me know if there's anywhere else nearby that might be worth checking out as a landing point? We can go straight to the location if you don't need to pick up anything.
Well, we do need to pick up a couple of other members of the team, a couple of locals. So yeah.
If it's just a couple of people, we can lower the ladder. If they're around, if they're waiting for you.
Are they waiting for us?
I don't know. That's up to you all.
Oh.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, like we've kind of agreed upon a time to rendezvous.
So yeah, that sounds like Dana and Lauren. You like rock up to the like quote unquote airport, which is like a set of toilets and a landing pad, and yeah, and it's on fire. I think you can't see, but like leaning out of, but like if you look out of the chopper, Virginia and Shirley, you can see like the flames like spell out the words "New World."
Hmm.
That seems.
Still leather jackets.
And we have we have no idea what that means.
But yeah,
aside from
Oh, right.
the
'cause they were
normal
yelling at me.
connotations for a flaming new
Right.
world on a runway.
yeah.
Um,
So what do y'all do?
hopefully we should meet with the people that are predetermined. I guess, do we have a fallback spot where we're supposed to meet them?
I mean,
Well,
do you?
I don't think we would. Can we just lower the rope ladder and
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
definitely do that. I think it's gonna take some either running away or being really strong to for people to like climb up a rope ladder over a flaming airstrip.
Well, I mean, like we probably wouldn't be right over the.
I know. I'm just saying, like, yeah. There's a
sh-
I think it's running away, getting away from things that want to hurt you, including monsters, goons, and boulders and big falls. I feel like running away from from the ground.
Okay. I'll run from the ground.
That's
Yeah, I can run away.
That's how
that's
birds
called
work,
flying.
actually.
Yeah.
I've always wondered.
You're welcome.
If you ever watch a pelican take off from the ground, it's kind of like that, yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep.
Birds were
What,
invented when a snake tried to
what's-
walk twice.
What's the Hitchhiker's Guide one? It's like
It's
like
falling
at
and
the
then
ground
missing
and
the
missing.
ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. No, cool. All
Okay.
right. Sounds like y'all are rolling to do the thing, to run away.
Oh, good. That's fine.
Good job, Christine.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Christine's seen a ladder
Um,
before.
Yeah.
Apparently I have not.
So like Dana, you're climbing up the ladder and you're like you know how to do this shit. Like this is a thing that you do all the time. But Lauren, as you're climbing, you feel like something hit and break on your back, and then suddenly there's this like woof, as someone has thrown a Molotov cocktail at you, and
Oh,
like
that's fine.
and yeah, so you're on fire. Unless you want, and yeah, you're gonna take an injury, which is like horribly burned.
That's
Um,
fair.
Unless you would like to use the mechanic to like have that not happen.
Oh, okay. We should not have this happen. If I couldn't avoid rolling to avoid things.
That's the
I would
one.
like to do that.
So talk to me
I-
about how you avoid being like horribly burned.
Trouble and okay, well, I do have on the second shirt. Like I'm wearing a shirt over a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to, hitch my arm up into this ladder and I'm gonna take off the second shirt and I'm gonna use it to like put out the fire that's on my butt and escape from the fire.
Is
That's
that avoiding trouble and damage?
I think yes, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
like-
go with avoiding trouble and damage.
So roll 1 dice for each stat under adventure that you have any points in.
Oh yay. That's
So-
the most dice I've had all day.
That's 3 dice. Awesome.
It's 3 dice.
You take the highest result.
A 4.
A
okay.
4. Yeah.
That's better than a
You-
2.
You may resist. You may resist or reduce the outcome if you lose 1 composure. Do you want to lose a composure and make that?
I will lose a composure.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Yeah. So like, yeah, you toss, you like, yeah, beat the fire out, and yeah, you look back into the bushes and you see like bright pink disappear and like a flash of bright pink like disappear into the jungle.
Yeah, jungle punks.
Cool. All right. But you now have enough progress to advance to the next location. So who wants to roll that?
I'll
You're rolling
do
3d6 and taking the highest.
Sure, why not? I got a 6.
Nice.
Cool. Nice. Okay, I think I need to rethink this system as far as like, because we should be finding the lost city at this point because we have all the locations. I'm just gonna go with like, I'm gonna GM rule that we're gonna move to the lost city because we've already like done that. But yeah,
I'm trying to see if I can
Yeah.
roll 2 6s.
Yep.
on 3.
Oh, I was like, what's happening?
Yes! Hey, look at that.
Yeah,
Perfect.
so it takes a lot to get there. No, that's too much. We need to fix that system. That's right. This is
Yeah.
why it's a playtest. It's in early access. Let's head straight to the Lost City because I think that's where all the fun is at. So yeah, we fly through the over the jungle with like birds flapping their way like on like migration below us. And yeah, the helicopter finds its way to like a section of the jungle where which is like very, very dense, with like lots of big thick foliage trees, and your instructions say that there should be a ziggurat down there, assuming that like the trees weren't covering it. Like it's really hard to see anything through there. But yeah, the helicopter pilot is like, we're here. I can't see anything, but if you wanna, I don't see a safe way down, nowhere to land here.
Okay. Yeah. Can we lower one of us down on the rope ladder below the foliage?
Yes, that sounds like I think like lowering down on the foliage. Yeah, you can 100% do that. What are you gonna do once you're down there? Are you looking around, or what's the deal?
Well, I think looking around to because we want to make sure that that we're actually in the right place. I
I
guess.
just realized we need to do a thing that I've forgotten about, because we have to actually roll to get here. So let's do that. You can you can always move from one locale to another locale that you've discovered by rolling a travel roll. So we should have done this last time as well. But let's do a travel roll real quick to see like what it looks like when we go do across the map with the dotted red line. So we start with 1d6 for luck. Add 1d6 if you're being heroic in the face of dire circumstances. Are we currently being heroic in the face of dire circumstances?
We heroically seek money and fame.
Definitely not heroic. Are you
Okay.
being selfish? Well, like as a group, right? As a group,
Oh,
are we
yeah.
heroic in the face of dire circumstances? I don't think we are.
No.
I don't think we're being selfish or cowardly either.
Okay.
Because only one person is being selfish and cowardly, and that's Erin.
Surely. Thank you.
Add 1d6 if you've left another faction in a kerfuffle. No. Lose 1d6 if another faction left ahead of you. Yes.
So that's 0d6 so far.
So far, yep.
Okay.
Add 1d6 if one of your companions or connections is getting you there. This is just a random helicopter pilot, so that's all right. Lose 1d6 if normal travel isn't available. That yes, so you're still on 0. You're on -1. Add 1d6 if you have clues or keys that another faction doesn't have. I think Lauren has
Yes.
clues or keys, so that's
I would say that Lauren does.
Mhm.
I don't think that everyone else knows.
yeah, but like someone has, so that's all right. So that brings us back up to 0. So yeah, let's roll 2d6 and take the lowest, and see what happens.
Okay. Shall I do that or?
It sounds like
I think you
hand
should.
up.
All right. That's a 4.
Oh, it could have been so much worse.
Yeah, that could have
Yay.
been much worse.
Yeah.
I'm happy for that.
Definitely.
Whew.
You make it, but either there is a consequence along the way, or you're neck and neck with another faction. Which do you want to choose?
Consequence along the way.
Cool. Let me have a look. Um, let's see. I think what happens then is that you like as you're when you I know what this is because you can't land, you can't get some of your like big equipment off of your like your helicopter, right? Like so you're going to be using whatever's on your persons only. You're not going to be able to take your big digging equipment and stuff. It's going to be mostly just like the four of you and like a couple of spare digging people.
Yeah.
But yeah, you arrive there and you can try and so yeah, where we were up to was I think you can spot once you're like hanging off the ladder, you can spot where the thing is, where the ziggurat is, and yeah, you'll kind of just can climb down the ladder and make it in there. The jungle smells. The jungle is full of the smell of like leaf litter and like sweet with the smell of fruits and things like that. And yeah, the canopy is full of like movement, especially as you like make your way down through it. And there's things like flying and flapping and scuttering to get away from the like, what the fuck is that? It's a helicopter. Oh, okay, yeah. And that's not what the conversation between the birds looks like. But yeah, as you like, yeah, you land. There's this you hear in the distance you hear like the sound of like bird calls like echoing, and then you hear the sound of like dirt bikes through the jungle, and yeah, you know that like somewhere in the distance someone's nearby, which is unexpected, but yeah, before you there is a huge multi-stepped gray stone pyramid or ziggurat type thing, and it has and like each of the like stones is an individual is like carved with like an individual like scene from like the myth of the Izapa people, and yeah, and you can see that like that at the top there's like a section where it has like a building type thing that has an entryway. What do you do?
Okay. I take some photos of the the pictures, the engravings, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like and yeah, and then start making my way towards the entrance.
Yeah, cool. So like these are pretty big, like that, like each of these stones is like 1.5 meters high, that makes up like each of the steps up the side of this like many-story building. So yeah, like you know that like you carrying all of your stuff up there is going to be tough. Did you want to be very strong to get up there?
Well, I'm not really strong. Like I don't have any points in that. So
is someone else like doing it and helping, or like is someone else?
It should be delegated.
Yeah.
That's the question that I'm asking.
Yeah. Let's delegate it to. Well, I mean, is Shirley strong?
Strong
No.
is not my
I'm
strength.
not strong either.
Okay.
No one's very strong. Okay.
What about the dig assistants?
Yeah, I mean, you can just ask them to like do the thing. That sounds like negotiations.
Okay, I would have thought I'd be in charge, but all right.
I mean, let's think about it. Let me think about the situation. Yeah, I mean, you can just tell them to do it. I think the problem is that it's going to take a while, right? Like
Okay.
the problem here isn't you can't do it,
Yeah.
right? You can do it. It'll just take you a long time, and similar with the dig assistance. So if you don't mind taking a while, then we can just go straight to the top. The problem is that if there's anything that's like maybe charging through the jungle on a dirt bike.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Let's try to.
Have we got a thing in here in this game? I don't know if I've written it in for doing things together. Give me a second. Let's grab, because again, playtest. This is based on blades. Let's use the. Do we want to use the blades thing for everyone doing an action together? So leading a group action.
Oh,
and-
so the composer.
So then
would be
everyone
lost by
rolls,
the
and we
runner.
use the highest result of any of you. So if everyone has 0, then everyone rolls 2d6 and takes the lowest. But if anyone has like a high result for that, then we would.
Yeah.
And then whoever is leading it, which it sounds like it might be Virginia, would lose composure based on the number of like 1 to 3 results that we get.
That seems like it would work.
That's the tradition. That's the system that this is based off. That's how it handles everyone working together. So
hang on. There's potential for me to lose like up to 4
composure. Yep. So that's what I'm saying. Is like if you want to use that system, or does someone else want to lead the climbing?
I
can if we want. I will not blow all of my composure if I do it, and we fail.
Well, I do have 1 in negotiation, so I couldn't, if we go with the original plan of like negotiating for the dig assistance to
hurry the fuck up.
To hurry the fuck up. Yep. And yeah, like that might be the best bet.
Yep, that works for me. Like that's up to you. What do people want? Is that what you want to do, Karri?
I
Or do
think
you
so.
want to make someone else take the composure? But yeah, if you want to do that, you can 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel better about that.
Yeah, go for it.
And yep. Especially if Shirley is helping with negotiation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
of course.
yep.
See, in my head, it was Dana helping with negotiation by pointing a gun.
Okay.
Oh, that's way better. That's way better. Yeah,
No,
nobody's going to
It's
be.
whoever wants to spend the composure, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the consent.
Oh right. Sorry. Assisting spends composure.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
So do we want to use the carrot or the stick? I guess is the question.
Yeah.
Who has the most composure to spend is probably the best way to look at that.
I've got 5.
I currently
too.
have 3.
I have 4 left.
Do you want to be the muscle here, Christine?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Cool. So you can spend a composure to be like just shoot the dirt or whatever.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so that's 2d6.
Yep. Let's.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
spicy.
Oh no.
Yeah. I mean, like you've just pointed a gun at uni students who run into the forest.
All right.
Crap.
They're like, I didn't sign up for this. I just wanted the extra credits. Wah!
I hear
Well-
dirt bikes. No way, man.
Well, I don't like their chances of surviving out there. But
Mhm.
they made their
Yeah.
choice.
They're
Yep.
part of the new
It will
world.
be reflected in their final marks.
Look, people running away into the jungle to their almost certain doom is a staple of the
Yeah.
the genre. So
Yep. They're just not cut
They were
out for
dumb enough to
archaeology.
run the jungle.
yeah, so that's not
sorry,
worked.
They aren't cut out for action archaeology.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Adventure archaeology.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. So, yeah, I guess we like what are our options now? Like leave some.
I mean, like,
behind?
yeah, you can drop your stuff and climb up slowly, or you can wait until whoever gets here on their dirt bikes to help you out.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're not going to be helpful.
But we do have a gun. Maybe they'll be more helpful with the gun.
I can go up
Option.
last, and I'll distract them if they arrive.
That works. If
Yeah,
everyone, if you're doing the group action option.
I guess yeah. Let's do that then.
Okay.
Cool. Who's leading the group action?
I mean, I guess I can lead it by being like, "Hey, get the hell up there," and you
And
know,
and I'll stay back. Yeah, that sounds like a thing.
yeah, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone needs to roll being really strong.
okay, great, great, great. So far, our highest is a 3. It's still a 3.
That's-
All right,
Wow.
I'm down to 1 composure. This is fantastic. Good job, everybody. A
So
plus
there's a
team.
lot of like people like trying to scramble up the side of the thing and just like falling and failing and hurting themselves, and then a bunch of like black jacketed anarchist punks like rock up on dirt bikes and are like you and like point at the like I think there's like one dude. No, it's the pink one. It's the pink haired woman again. She's like she points at Dana as like and it's like you. I thought I told you to clear off. This isn't for you. This is for us. We're going to make a new world.
I mean, I already have my gun out, so can I try shooting or threatening? Just
I mean,
like
that sounds like bang. If you want to just
shooting
shoot
a
her.
tire of
Bang
the
that lady.
engine or something.
Yeah. Roll bang.
Okay, what is my crap? What's the one in that? That's not what I typed.
Oh,
Crap.
Yep, you miss and you shoot a part of a tree, and I think no, I know what this is. This is like you shoot and like the sound like where it goes like bang 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 through the forest, and everything goes silent, and then you just hear like a roar from the jungle. And yeah, the punks are like, what the fuck was that? And then they are going to like get their dirt bikes and like try and like ride up the corner, because like the corners are like sloped right at like a 45-degree angle, so they're just going to like ride their dirt bikes up the thing to like get away from this horrible sound. So there's they're like they're like riding dirt bikes up the side of the ziggurat. What's everyone doing as the like roar echoes through the jungle?
I want to produce throwing knives from my coat and throw them at the bikes.
That sounds like twang.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I have veiled
I would
threat,
not-
which I can spend a composure at any time to have small weapons on me.
Yeah, I thought you were
Okay.
using that. Yeah.
I was like, that doesn't seem like a Shirley maneuver, but I guess we're learning
No,
something.
Shirley
new
has the
every day.
ability to always have like just be like, oh, these knives, I had them in my pants.
Apparently.
Oh, you know what it is? She's got another one, like a different like wide brimmed hat,
Yes.
and it's got like it looks like little decorative things, and she's like, "Hey, check this out!" And she just starts pulling them and throwing them. And
Jesus
it's,
Christ.
it's gonna go terribly.
Uh-huh.
Oh Jesus!
But it looks really cool.
Oh, it looks so great.
Yeah.
Mm,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
mhm.
So Shirley like pulls out these knives, and then a trying to work out height. 8 foot at the shoulder tiger leaps out and grabs a hold of her with its like giant maw, just like leaps out of the jungle. And Shirley, you're going to take an injury, which is mauled by a fucking tiger.
Okay, is that a thing I
And-
can resist?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
How are you resisting it? What do? Do you
Oh,
dodge to
wait.
the side? Do you just shrug it off? Do
If
you?
if I have no composure, can I resist it? Or is
Let
this what
me-
pulls me away and save me, you idiots, gets triggered?
Oh, that's definitely what's being triggered. Oh yeah, so you just get pulled into the jungle, and it like bounds away. And yeah, I think we can go for an early break on like everyone else being like, those guys are getting in the temple, but Shirley just got pulled away by a giant tiger, and we hear the sound of as they break down the door with their dirt bikes, and I think that's a good point for an early break. So we've got a bit more time for the last section.
Sure.
Oof.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, this is going well.
Uh-huh.
Yes, for some definitions of well. We will return shortly, everybody. Be right back. Okay, now we're back. Sorry. Jeez.
So, the three of you who are the other three of you, one of you has just been pulled away into the forest by a gigantic tiger, and the ancient temple that supposedly holds some kind of weird golden potato is being invaded by anarchists who want to use the golden potato to destroy the world.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
What do? They've just used their dirt bikes to break down the door.
Okay.
Okay. Do we know that the golden potato can destroy the world?
I mean, like,
I
Or
do.
those are their intentions.
I don't think you, unless you have talked about it on the helicopter ride. I don't know. What's the deal? How much have you shared? How much information have you shared amongst yourselves?
I don't think I would have shared any information.
In which
Other
case,
than I
like,
probably would have told some vague legends about how there's booby traps and doom
Yeah.
as discouragement, doom.
Yeah.
Doom.
mhm.
But I don't think that I would have been very specific because my goal is to keep as much. I don't want them to know what the golden potato can do.
Yep, that's fair. I don't think I would have had any relevant information about this faction.
Yep. No, that's yeah. I mean, like the only person who knows anything about the faction is actually Dana. So,
Hmm.
if like anything at all.
Olds, they don't want the old.
So yeah.
Yep. All right. So I.
You just lost a
Um,
student.
Yeah.
Another student.
Well, another. Yeah. But a named student. So.
A named student.
Yeah. Yeah. We have to go after Shirley. She's in trouble. Dana, come with me. Lauren, do you want to help? Like, can you help?
Oh, I'm so torn.
Yeah, this is
I
just slowly
figured-
eliminating her problem for her.
That's a good question. Would Dana help?
Sorry, was that a yes or a no? That was so perfectly in the middle of like yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, seriously, was that a yes or no? Because I don't know either, and I'm in the same room as you.
Maybe that's what I meant to do. No, it's a yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I still don't have the golden thing yet. I need
Yeah.
like the people to help me get it.
Right, yeah.
I think I'm gonna make a. I'm gonna. Dana has a gun and I don't have a gun. You two go after Shirley and I'll try to stop the anarchists from getting the golden potato. We can't let them get it. Then we won't have it.
Okay.
That's convincing, right?
Then
I
we'll
seem
really be
helpful,
fried.
right?
Well, we already
I'm-
really
I'm-
trust you.
I don't say this, but like I'm confused about how you're going to do that without a gun. But yeah, don't have time to argue. Let's go get Shirley. Yep.
Yep. So yeah, so I'm assuming that like yeah, Lauren is just taking the time that's needed to like go up the thing after them, while the others so you'll head into the jungle and you what are you doing as you head into like the two of you that are going looking for Shirley? What are you doing? Are you what's the plan?
Well, I mean, I guess we're following in the direction that we saw the tiger. It was a tiger, right?
Yeah, giant tiger.
Yeah. Yeah, following in that direction.
That sounds like maybe espionage if you're trying to like follow the trail.
Yep. All right. I have
Or
one-
running away to like run really quickly.
I have a 2 in running away.
Me too.
How about you, Dana? Sorry.
Me too.
Okay.
So it sounds like you probably like someone's probably spending composure to help the. Oh no, you're both rolling it. I think is the actual answer. Like,
Okay. Are there any devil's bargains or?
oh yeah. Let's see. I mean, you can get lost.
Yeah, don't. I don't know if that's gonna be good.
I mean, yeah, that's
Well,
creating
well,
another problem to deal with later.
Yeah. I might just go with the 2d6.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Yep. And yeah, so Christine and
No.
Karri both rolled. Oh my gosh, Christine.
Come
Hold on.
on, y'all.
I'm in the wrong window.
Dang. Nice.
Excellent. So yeah, that means one of you is gonna take one composure, which whoever wants to do it, probably Karri, I guess, for the group roll, and then yeah, you'll run in through the forest, and yeah, you're not going to be quick enough to like stop Shirley from being like injured, so Shirley, you do take that mauled by a tiger wound now because of the amount of time that it takes for your friends to find you. But yeah, they eventually like come across the spot where there's like a big stone jutting out over like a pool of water with like a waterfall behind it, and yeah, the tiger is like found a spot on this big warm stone, and is like and has like a paw over Shirley, so that to like yeah, she's like being held down as it like just prepares to eat her.
Hey, ow. Hey, help, ow.
What do y'all do? There's a giant tiger. It has your friend.
Dana, do you have a spare gun? Perhaps we could both shoot it.
Oh,
Of course.
this will go great.
I'm a little wary of shooting though, because I feel like I'm going to hit Shirley.
That's a good point.
Can I try to distract it by like, I don't know, throwing a hunk of meat that I have in my pack for supplies or something? I don't know, that's gonna be more appealing than Shirley, but
That's
That
more traveling
sounds like
jerky.
I mean, you're not being clever in wordsy. It's either running away or negotiations, I feel.
no, running away is my strong suit, so I'd like to do that one.
Yeah, so like you can be like, hey, over here, and run with the meat.
Oh, that's okay.
I mean, or you can just throw it. You can try that.
Okay. So am I doing running away, or does
think
that need
so.
to be? Okay.
I think that can be running away.
I just feel like running with meat is just going to end us up in another scenario.
Yeah. Or maybe being really strong. I don't know.
Mm. Going great.
Yeah. No. Okay.
I'm really bad aim.
It leaps off the rock and starts to starts to stalk towards the two of you. Shirley, you're no longer pinned by
Yay.
the thing. What do you do when it like it thinks that you're like incapacitated?
All the better to stab it.
Yeah, go for it.
Hat knife. This is when hat
Hat
knife
knife.
really comes true. Fuck.
Him.
Oh,
Oh,
the
wait.
problem I have with
Wait, I can't do
What?
that because I can't use my composure because I have no composure. Do I get my
no,
composure back?
your composure resets when
Oh,
you
right,
when you do
'cause-
the thing.
Yay! Now I have 5 and am being eaten by a tiger.
I mean, yeah, because you should have rolled one less dice anyway because you have an injury that would stop you from.
Oh, whoops! You're right. I'm sorry about
Yeah.
that.
So, but yeah, let's assume that you wouldn't have rolled any worse, because you can't. Let me look. This is tricky. I think it just lunges for your friends, right? You're not fast, and it's gonna grab Dr. Virginia, and it's gonna start like mauling her.
Can I try to avoid that?
Yes.
Yes, I think I would like to. So yeah, avoiding trouble and damage, adventure. So that's 3d6.
Nicely done. You didn't even have to pay
Very
any
good.
composure to dodge out of the way for this of this tiger, and it's like, like it's confused at the fact that you didn't just let it eat you.
Yeah.
I have a thing after
I-
Carrie's done.
Yeah. Can I just run
Away?
back towards the this
You can roll running away. Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Are you faster than a tiger?
Let's find
She doesn't
out.
have to be. She just has to be faster than us.
All right. 2d6. No.
Wow.
So this
Yeah.
seems like the perfect time.
Oh, dear.
Hey Ash,
Yeah.
I'm not with them.
Yeah. No. Fair. That's that. Yeah.
Can you defect to the tiger's side?
No.
Like,
Just has
why
to
you
not-
on now?
Just gets to
I'm totally
not
a
be a
tiger.
part of the being eaten by tigers side. Like doesn't have to choose a new side.
Yeah. So you come to save me from the tiger. It looks at you, and I peace out
Mm-hmm.
because I'm here for treasure and credits, and it doesn't look like you're either of those.
Yeah. So, Dana, what are you doing in this situation now that that hasn't worked?
I'm gonna try and shoot the tiger.
Cool.
Like I can't
roll,
just run away and leave her.
roll, bang.
Bang the
And
tiger.
it sounds like
It's not gonna go
Carrie might be able to spend a composure to help by being a victim.
Yeah. Sure. Let's do that.
well.
Did
Okay.
did she also get a gun?
No, because I decided not to shoot at it
That's right. That's right.
because it
Okay.
had you, and I figured I'd hit you. Unless I
Yeah.
could like fling her a gun, but that's probably another roll. Okay, so I have 2 dice.
How many do you have in bank? Just one.
One. Sorry.
Yep. So you have one extra from Carrie. Let me see if I can offer you a devil's bargain. I mean, you can have a devil's bargain if Carrie takes an injury, right? Like you wait a moment to like Carrie's not going to die from this, but sorry, Virginia's not going to die, but is going to like get a bit fucked up in the meantime.
Her West Virginia might get messed up.
So like if you don't mind like taking the time to get the perfect shot, right?
Okay, but then I'm gonna have to like drag her back to where we were going while she's all wounded and bleeding out,
I mean, that would be gross, yes.
Her legs are probably fine.
and also cumbersome. I'm gonna try 2d6. I'm gonna feel awful if it doesn't work.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Oh gosh, you guys!
Yeah, so Virginia is dead.
Wow.
Unless-
Okay.
Unless someone wants to do something about that. Virginia gets shot and bit at the same time.
How does one do something about that?
Virginia might be able to roll to like avoid it.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. I will do that.
I think you're probably gonna have a hard time dodging out of the way of this one. You might want to be like shrugging it off might be an option. Depends. How much do you have in action versus adventure?
I have more in adventure.
Then yeah, try and dodge out of the way. Try and dodge a bullet.
Okay.
Do it. Dodge the bullet.
Nice.
Yes.
Holy
Oh.
heck!
What on earth?
All right, so you have an injury, which is mauled by a tiger, but that's pretty common these
But
days.
I didn't do it, so that's what's
Um,
important.
All the
And you
cool
don't get
kids are doing it.
Yep.
Meanwhile, back at the ziggurat, yeah, I think we see we see Lauren like drop into a chamber from above, and yeah, there are like, it's a big stone chamber. There are like vines growing all through it. There's like around the edge of the room, there's like a little moat, and then yeah, there's in the middle, there's this like dais, altar with what appears to be like, if you weren't looking closely, a really big golden potato. If you're looking closely, a golden swaddled child, like mummified child. And you've dropped in just as the punks are all like stood around it, and like the pink haired woman has like pulled out this like weird ritual knife and is like standing over it, and there's like yelling. It's basically just yelling to the heavens, we of the young blood recognize that the world is old and dead. We demand that the ancient spirits of this place rise up and cleanse it and make it anew. And like, yeah, what do you do?
Okay.
So the golden potato is part of their ritual, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can I just take it?
I mean, you're still in the jungle. That's
You're
the
in the
problem.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I'm with the tiger.
Yeah.
You're with the tiger. Okay.
I mean, you can abandon your friend and like head back towards the.
No, I'm gonna lug her all bleeding and gross to the base of this thing.
I have an idea.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah. What's Lauren doing?
Okay. So I am going to. I'm going to use a magic ritual that I have learned in the past,
Mm-hmm.
that I've put together as I'm looking around the room and I'm thinking about what my alcoholic uncle said about the angels and everything. And I'm remembering this ritual, this magic ritual that will allow me to anyway, that will allow me to just like it's like a distraction ritual of like smoke and like darkness, and so that I can steal the swaddled golden baby and they won't know that I did it.
That sounds like you're rolling magic.
Yes.
To do
I
to
am
fill,
rolling
this place,
magic.
to fill the place with darkness. And
And-
can you please spend a composure for a flashback?
Yes, I can do that. Can I does this count as practice focus?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So I have 2d6 to roll. Damn it.
Ugh. Have
You guys in the jungle, you've cursed me.
well, it's cool. We'll all
Okay.
be dead in 10 minutes.
It seems like Leather Jacket's cursed.
I
you.
don't care if you guys
Like,
die.
They're actively working on it.
I mean, given the time like that we have for this adventure, I'm pretty sure that what happens here
We
in this
could lose.
failure is that the anarchists spill blood upon the ancient golden baby, and then the volcano that is underneath the ziggurat
It's always
erupts.
Damn it.
Yeah, that
and
makes
cloaks
sense.
the world in 100 years of darkness.
And it's Krakatoa again. Yay!
I think that's what happens.
Oh, that totally makes sense. Given
Thanks a
that I
lot,
failed
shitty
to steal the
vampire
golden
kids.
Oh,
baby.
Like,
Right?
Look,
like,
we got dragged off by a tiger. You know.
You can't save the world every
here,
time.
like, hey, I'm conforming to like the fact that we have a time limit for play.
Yeah.
No, and it totally works. I'm just really upset that I had this cool magic ritual and I failed.
Did someone did Dana or Lauren want to resist the consequence
Of lava?
of like this whole thing happening?
Like
Yeah.
you could put yourself in between the baby and the blood with quick
They're not
movement.
there.
I'm not there.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Because yeah, like it was.
I mean, unless time
Shirley.
has
Sorry,
passed.
I'm sorry. Shirley was the one that disappeared back towards the thing.
Yeah. Erin, did you head back to the baby place or did you just run away?
I totally did, because you know why? I'm taking that fucking baby. It's mine.
Did you
Alright.
want to resist the consequence of ritual?
Absolutely, I do. So if I'm resisting a ritual, is that mystery?
Let me have a. It's what do you do to make this not happen?
Steal the baby, so the
That
blood
sounds like
doesn't get on
adventure.
the baby. Okay.
That sounds
Yeah,
that sounds like avoiding trouble and damage.
Is there? You can't get a devil's bargain on a resistance.
On a
maybe.
resistance? No.
All right, guys, ready? Make it a 5. Is that okay? Maybe.
Yeah, it means you can avoid the problem if you spend a composure.
Yep. Totally.
So you fall on the baby from above.
I found the baby. Pwomp.
Yeah.
Now you're
So yeah,
screwed.
there's this like big thing, and like yeah, and this like great ritual is happening, and then yeah, and then Shirley is like jumps from like the ceiling down into the thing and is like, no, mine. And then I think yeah, what do you do, Lauren, and what do you do, Shirley, as the others as the anarchists yell, what? No, stop them! And like yeah, start running after you with knives.
So, my bad plan from before, is it possible to flash back to that and incorporate it
Yeah.
into this? Okay.
You can spend a composure to flashback.
Okay, well, this is gonna get real hairy real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna spend a composure to flashback, and I'm gonna spend a composure to have things hidden on me. I'm gonna bribe this tiger with a bunch of jerky and see if I can befriend it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I get the baby, I'm gonna call the tiger to come attack these people while we get the hell out.
Okay, so you need to roll negotiations with the tiger.
Okay,
4.
I got a 6.
Okay, so the people who are being menaced by the tiger are no longer being menaced by the tiger because it's now befriended.
okay.
Uh-huh. And then yeah, so what's happening now that you've got the baby?
So there's that moment where they're like, "What the fuck just happened?" And I have a piece of jerky in my pocket, and I just throw it at the lady in the pink hair, and I step back, and then tiger.
I kind of want to finish on just the
Really
like
weird.
yeah, the tiger jumps down, mauls her. Everyone is like, I guess we win.
Maybe.
Does
like
anyone
yeah,
have more jerky?
like yeah, this is the thing is that like I'm aware that we're like we're over time, so I'm happy to go with everyone standing around being like, what the fuck?
Do we
Like,
leave this?
We have a golden baby.
If it's a potato, if we plant it, we'll get more golden babies.
I mean, now you know that it's a
Not a
like
potato.
that it was a baby all along. It's just that it looks like a potato because it's swaddled baby.
Right.
It looks like a
Right.
potato.
And it's ugly.
potato
The
baby.
sculpture was not good.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a
But
golden
yeah,
tot.
I think that's where we need to like
Ooh, it works for me.
leave it.
All right.
Yeah, what we cut on is Lauren and Shirley like climbing out of the the ziggurat and like meeting up with Dana and Virginia, who like Virginia has like her arm over Dana because she's covered in like blood, and then and like the other two are like, you know, crawling out of the ziggurat, and they're like, we got it, and then I, think that's the way we finish, because we're out of time.
It works.
The one thing that I kind of wish we could resolve is is Lauren's
That's a good question,
like,
Lauren.
what like desire to keep it secret, or
Oh, Lauren is absolutely plotting to replace the golden baby with the fake golden baby, like right now.
So like we have that shot of like everyone meeting up. We have the shot of like flying back to the thing, showing off the golden baby to the people in the university. Lauren swapping the golden baby for a fake golden baby, and then like the big opening of the golden baby exhibition with the fake golden baby in the museum. That's how that goes, I think.
Yeah.
And then everyone ends up rich and famous, and Lauren ends up with the real golden baby.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
Happily ever after.
Yeah.
All
right. This game is very silly.
It's very fun. It's very fun.
Should we do outro thing?
Yeah, I'm happy to do that.
Okay. I guess what order should we do them in is the question.
Yeah, you're the person running the stream, Erin.
Fuck. Okay. Christine, and then Renee, and then Karri, and then I'll go, and then you go, Ash.
Sure.
What do outro things entail?
You
pick the one person that's never done this before to go first.
I'm gonna. You gotta give me a second. So name if you want people to be able to find you. Like hey, here's my thing on Twitter. That kind of thing. That's pretty much it.
I have been Christine and Dana. The end.
Okay, there you go.
Nice.
All right.
I'm Renee, and I am around Twitter. You can find me referenced on that D&D podcast sometimes, and that's about it. We had fun. Support your local libraries.
Yep. My name's Karri. I'm Insomniac_Red on Twitch and Twitter. Feel free to follow me on either or both. And yeah, I've had a lot of fun with this. Thank you.
So I guess I got two parts, one for me and one for the podcast. I'm Erin. If you want to find me, you can do so on Twitter at @theroadvirus_. Through me, you can probably find Christine because I tag her in things and talk about funny things that we talk about. I also have a Twitch channel. That's The Road Virus with underscores between the words. I do cook streams, game dates, that sort of thing. Now, if you want to find the podcast, you can do so at That D&D Podcast on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Patreon. Our website is thatdndpodcast.com. And you can email us thatdndpodcast@gmail.com. We're pretty easy to find. And my tip for today is don't drink mummy juice out of a weird sarcophagus.
Solid. I've been Ash, your GM, and this is my game. It's still in development. It's in early access, so we're working on it. But I think it's a lot of fun so far. You can find me at Acegiak, ACEGIAK, on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Tumblr, Pillow Fort, and Patreon. Patreon is a way you can support me for making more games like this one and continuing to improve them. If you want to grab this game, you can get it from my website, acegiak.net. Or through itch.io. The itch.io page is machinespirit.itch.io. And that's got all my games there for your purchasing. But yeah, thank you so much for having me here, Erin. Thank you everyone for playing along in a game that like is still needs a little bit of work to smooth out the rough edges, but I think it's still like a really fun time.
Yeah.
I enjoyed replacing a giant volcano with a tiger, so that was cool. Yeah.
It's a pretty good substitution for
Yeah.
like the world.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I imagine at that moment the Scooby Doo floo 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 floo. Here's what
Yeah.
really happened.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, that's what happens every time with that mechanic
Yeah.
of like
Right.
avoiding what happens. Like, no, this isn't actually what happened.
We
yeah.
thought it was a volcano, but pull mask back. It was a tiger.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Tiger the
Tiger
whole
all
time.
along.
Yeah.
I would have gotten away with it.
That's me.
Yeah, and programming note, we have campaigns running Tuesdays and Thursdays, and if you come next Wednesday, so same time next week, we will be running another one of Ash's games, and that one is
Yeah.
called Oracle. So
Yeah, it's card based.
it is. If you've played Hand of Fate before, it's very similar to that, and it's a lot of fun. So you should come check it out. It'll be a good time.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
until next time, have a great night, everybody.